Hello, gamers. The day is finally here. I've been waiting for this. Hello. Miles Edgeworth becomes real tonight. Happy birthday, Miles Edgeworth. It feels appropriate we're playing this game at this time of year, honestly. The end of December is a big time for Miles Edgeworth. This just feels right. Anyways, hello. Hi. How are we doing? My camera is angled so high right now. What the hell? Hi. Hello, hello. I hope you all are doing well. My bangs are messy. I just washed my hair, so it's like still drying a little bit. Because I have to be up at 5 a.m. and like, I don't want to like shower too late right before bed. So, I'm cozy, but I'm also locked in. I miss Ace Attorney very much. It's literally only been a few months since I've last played an Ace Attorney game. And I'm also kind of sad. These are the last Ace Attorney games that I have not yet played. Not counting the Professor Layton crossover, that's like a separate thing. But then after this, I'll have to wait for a new game. At least I'll be all caught up then. But I'm very excited! Man. I am so glad that I waited, because I saw it was 25% off today on the Steam sale, the Steam winter sale. So I got it for a little cheaper, and I'm glad that we waited. Because I got to experience Hi-Fi Rush, which was an absolute joy. I loved that game. And even today, I had a little free time today, so I started doing some of the post-game stuff in Hi-Fi Rush too, and I'm just like going for all the, you know, collectibles, achievements, etc. It'll be tough. I don't know if I can actually 100% this game. It will take a lot of work. It'll be hard. But I'm gonna do the best I can. But today, Miles Edgeworth, I missed this man. Hello, Stormtalon. Though I always do enjoy watching streamers eat their walls out of frustration. Yes, there will be no wall eating today. Let's go. Hi, how are you doing? But yeah, I am glad I waited. And it was good. Hi-Fi Rush was so wonderful. I'm having a lot of fun with that, and hearing the different music with streamer mode off, it's so much fun. I love that game, very much. And with Tango finally like being revived, I think they said they wanted to do more in like the Hi-Fi Rush universe, like make a sequel or a spin-off or something. That would be wonderful if they did that, because I loved it very much. But today's for Edgy Boy. Yeah. I hope you all had a good day. I had a pretty casual day, I guess. What did I do? Sorry. I didn't have coffee now because I need to be able to sleep tonight. I did Christmas shopping. Well, I helped my brother with some Christmas shopping. I'm starting to get a little nervous with some of mine because I ordered some gifts around like Black Friday weekend, and some of them still haven't shipped yet. So I'm worried that I might need to go like grab like a placeholder gift for this weekend and be like, hey, your real gift isn't here yet, sorry. In Europe, he's meters Edgeworth, real wasted. I hope you're doing well. Hi, Missed Miles. And we're only 5 days away from Christmas Eve, and you know what day that is in the Ace Attorney universe. And yeah, it's very fitting that we are playing the Miles Edgeworth games around this time of year. Hello, Expert. I did beat Hi-Fi Rush last night. I beat it, and I loved it. It was so fun. I was even doing some of like the replaying some stages to get like collectibles and stuff that I missed. And I will be doing a lot of post-game stuff on there for sure. Yes, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you. It was so fun. That game is just pure joy. I loved it so much. But yeah, Christmas and the Christmas Eve and the days after that are pretty big days for Ace Attorney and Miles Edgeworth specifically. So I wonder if DL6 will be brought up, but in any case, I missed my boy. Based Attorney, real. Also, I have my Ace Attorney shirt on. But I have my Edgy Boy on here. I'm already ready for the holidays to be over. I kind of feel that. It can be a very stressful time of year. I'm very lucky that I don't have to do too much this time of year. It's not overly stressful. I don't have too many people that I need to get gifts for, and our holiday gatherings are kind of pretty low-key. It's just like my immediate family and like 1 or 2 other people, and it's pretty nice. because I don't like large gatherings, like, at all. It's a nightmare for me. The bestie boy real, man. Yeah, we used to go when I was younger. We used to go to one of my cousin's house with like my entire extended family, and like we're Italian, so they would do like the 7 fishes dinner and stuff. I was picky back then. I didn't like fish back then. I do now, but it was rough. And then there was like some big falling out in our family like 10 plus years ago. I don't actually know what happened, but we don't really associate with much people in the family anymore. So like we kind of do our own thing, and I like it more that way, honestly. Yes, Echo, it was indeed smart to wait. I got to experience Hi-Fi Rush and get investigations for cheaper. Best decision I ever made. I hope you're doing well. Do you any updates on your payment coming through? I need to see what else I want to get. What else is on sale? Oh, Vengeance is on sale. Ooh, you getting it? 38 bucks. Nice. I have 6 family members from out of state staying with me. Oh god, 6 like living with you? That's gonna be rough. I wish you the best of luck with that. That sounds quite stressful. Nocturne is on sale. Should we do a little Steam wishlist browsing? Is this just how we're gonna start stream from now on? Just little wishlist browsing? I see Dragon Age is still on sale. Oh my god. All the Dragon Age games are still on sale. Divinity Original Sin is $4. Do I get this? $4 for this game. I'm kind of intrigued. RE4 Remake is also still on sale? Ooh. And The Witcher's on sale again. Do I get The Witcher right now? Do I get this now? Like, obviously not right now, but do I get it during this sale? Basically everything is on sale. Let's go. Is Stray Gods on sale? Ooh, is that even on my wish list? Because I've heard good things about that. Hold on. Stray Gods. Oh, it is on my wish list and it is on sale. It's 30% off. Ooh. Because this game does look very cool. I want to play more musical games now after Hi-Fi Rush. And this is like a visual novel, which kind of seems very cool. Steam delivery girl. Steam sale moment. Do I get The Witcher 3? Because I would love to be caught up by the time The Witcher 4 comes out. Or at least have played a Witcher game beforehand. I do not know. Divinity Original Sin 2 is on sale as well. How much is the complete edition for which game? Oh, for The Witcher 3. Oh yeah, The Witcher 3. Those are 2 different things, right? Let me see. Wild Hunt Complete Edition. This is it? Oh. It is 80% off. Who's Wild Hunt, Blood and Wine, and Hearts of Stone. Is it worth getting the Complete Edition in your opinion? Stray Gods is like a 1 or 2 stream game unless you want to unlock all the endings. Ooh, that could be a fun one. I love like little short stories heavy games. Oh, the DLCs are basically whole games. Ooh, interesting. CDPR DLCs are all basically whole games. That's good to know. Good to know. What else is on sale? Nocturne. Do I get this version of Nocturne? There's too much that's on sale, man. Like, I want to play another SMT game for sure. I think Nocturne is probably the one I want to play the most. Witcher 3 DLC is the GOAT Duff, get it? Noted. So get Complete Edition if I get it. Oh my god! Hee-ho! How much is Deluxe compared to regular Nocturne? Ooh. Let me see. This one's $14.99. Nocturne Remastered. What's the Deluxe one? Is it this? No, that's the background music pack. Oh, these are all like different difficulties and stuff. I think this is the only version of Nocturne that's on here. Huh. Life is Strange True Colors is great, but maybe not for streaming. Oh, interesting. I would like to get into Life is Strange. That's a very, like, story-heavy game, right? Hmm. Oh, Deluxe is right under the original page? Wait. Oh! The doy. It's 1749. Sorry, my brain is like, that's a separate page. My brain is a little silly sometimes. Hmm. Oh, that one has Dante? Interesting. DMC Dante. I need to get into Devil May Cry now. With this, and then, you know, Hi-Fi Rush gameplay. I know it's not the same, exactly, but... this is where the featuring Dante from- oh wait, is this like his first like big cameo? Or like this is where it comes from? Featuring Dante from Devil May Cry. Oh my god, Ame no Uzume. Oh my god, the fiends. Oh my god, he is levitating. When did that game originally come out? What else is on sale? Sonic Frontiers! I will not buy another Final Fantasy until I play the ones that I own. I've decided. I could yoink Final Fantasy VIII for under $5. But I should probably wait and play some of the Final Fantasies that I own first. The caller says DMCA mode to mute specific music. Oh, there'll be emotional scenes with no music. Uh-oh. That's an interesting choice. It's interesting that they didn't like replace it with like music that wouldn't get DMCA'd. Like literally what Hi-Fi Rush did. That's very interesting. Infinite Wealth for $35. I'm still not gonna get it. I'm still gonna wait until I'm actually caught up. I need to make my way through the Yakuza backlog. I'm sure it could be even cheaper by the time I get to it. Who knows? What else? RE4, there it is. Dragon Quest. I want to get into Dragon Quest. Oh, I should get the Stanley Parable. Because this looks very interesting. What else? There's so much. Oh, Raincode. This is on sale again. Oh, Outer Wilds. I think I'm going to get Outer Wilds because I absolutely want to play that game at some point in the future. DMC5 is like $8 right now. Interesting. I am very intrigued by this game because I want to experience Kodaka absurdity on stream because I've never done that before. The original version of the Stanley Parable is probably cheaper. Oh, really? Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe? Is it on here? Or could I get it? Oh, the normal version is here. Wow, I didn't realize that I had that version. Ultra Deluxe is probably better played after the original. Oh, is it like a different story? Interesting. Huh. Interesting. There's a cool game got today. I really don't think it's free. Ooh, what is it? It kind of riffs on being an enhanced version. Ah, it's exceedingly weird and has a great narrator. It seems so interesting. I would love to play it. Some of the jokes are about being Ultra Deluxe. Amazing. Homicipher. Ooh, that sounds kind of creepy. Interesting. Kingdom Hearts is still on sale. I can't look at Kingdom Hearts. I'm gonna get tempted. I need to work my way through the backlog first. Another Craft's Treasure. I want to play this. It looks cool. And it's tagged Souls-like too, which is very interesting. Stray is on sale, has Kitty Peril. I think eventually I'll be able to play Stray, just not right now. Unpacking is a short, relaxing game. Yeah, I really wanted to play Unpacking. I probably would not play that on stream. It might just be a me-time game, but it looks very, very cozy. Oh, one of its characters has been on Twitter a bit. That's where I found out about it. Interesting. Dave the Diver and Pizza Tower are two games that I keep meaning to like just play around with in my own time. Oh, there's Stray Gods. What? I forgot I added Power Wash Simulator here. Final Fantasy 16. Do I wait? I need to play. I have 9, I have 10 and 10-2, I have 7 Remake, I have 7 Remake Crisis Core, and then I think the pre-order for... Oh, Neva's on sale again, and Ghost of Tsushima. Hades 2. Hey, Majima. Look at this man. Oh, for me, Nocturne is $13.49. Nocturne Deluxe, oh my god, that is... Holy shit, a deluxe version being barely more expensive at all? Wow. Oh, did I add Rebirth? Because I think the pre-order for Rebirth is on sale. I could get it cheaper. Do I do that? Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I could get it for 30% off if I pre-order it. Do I do this? Should I do it? Because I need to play Remake. I need to, like, actually play these games. Oh. I want to make me a full-time content creator real. That would be nice, but... I'll be caught up in 2045 at this rate. Yeah, sounds about right. You know what? If the pre-order is a discount, if I'm gonna play it eventually, you know, do it? You think I should do it? I already decided 5 minutes ago. Kind of real, CK Vice. I hope you're doing well. Also about your money, you'll get half of it before Christmas, the other half after. Okay. It sucks that you won't get it all at once, but yeah, at least it is something. At least you know, like, when it'll be coming now. Yaksha, welcome! Am I excited about Rebirth? I did not play 7 Remake yet, but I own it. I really, really want to play it. Should I... I know I said I was gonna play Final Fantasy IX next. Should I play 7 Remake instead? I don't know. I'll like ask y'all, like, once we get closer to like starting a new game, after, and we're starting a new game today, but after this, once we get closer, I'll maybe like throw out like a little poll or put out some, I don't know. Would y'all rather see Final Fantasy IX or Final Fantasy VII Remake? You know, your thoughts? Hope you're good. Thanks, I'm glad to hear that. I'm doing okay. Oh, you think I should play 7 Remake first? 7 Remake? You also say 7 Remake? P5R 20 bucks. P5R 20 bucks. 20 bucks to change your life. There's a Metaphor and P5R bundle for 58. Oh my. For 2 games for that, one of them being brand new? That's a pretty decent deal, yeah. Interesting. The Squeenix sale. I can't look. Can't wait to backseat the shit out of that. No, stop. Man. This looks so cool. 7 Rebirth is open world? Yeah, I believe so. I'm not sure if that's the same for Remake, but I have heard that Rebirth is open world, and like people have like differing like thoughts on that, but I enjoy open world games for the most part. No way, they made Final Fantasy VII, or they remade it? No way. I'll probably buy Nocturne and DMC5. Nice, sounds good. What was I gonna look up? Oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna look up. The Great Ace Attorney. Look what's on sale for $16. Oh, and look who my profile picture is. Whoopee. Look who's on my profile picture. $16 to change your life. That's sad because I bought my Nintendo Switch about 2 months ago and haven't touched it for like a month. Oh no. I feel that. I don't play on my Switch too often. Most of my games that I play are like on Steam. I know, whoever could this be? I have no idea. God, this is still my favorite game I've ever played. I think enough time has passed. I think this still tops Persona 3 for me. I'm sorry. I love Persona 3 so much. That's my second favorite game, but The Great Ace Attorney still tops. I have played The Great Ace Attorney already, yeah. It's my favorite game of all time. I sure hope they remake 7 in one game instead of splitting it up, please. That would be a pretty beefy game. Oh, look who's up here! In this little section here. Mr. Edgy. I can buy all the Borderlands games and their DLC for £28. Ooh, how many games is that? How many Borderlands are there? Oh my god, look at this guy! Hi, Pookie, I miss you. I miss miss you. Iris, my daughter. TGA deserves all the love. Agreed. Last week when the Game Awards were happening and like people abbreviate it as TGA, my brain like auto-completes it to TGAA. So I'm always thinking. It's always on my brain. Oh, there's 6 as of right now. I've heard a name called Dofus. I have not actually. What is that? Is it on here? Dofus. Maybe it's not on here. I will check that out. That sounds quite interesting. I'll have to check that out then. Borderlands is fun, but a wee bit bloody. Ooh. Borderlands 2 is the best of the series and has one of the best playable characters. Ooh, interesting. I don't really know much about what Borderlands is about, but I hear people talk about it a lot. I've heard of this indie game called Lost Judgment. I may have. The Judgment games do take place in the Yakuza universe, right? Or is that something different? There's Judgment. They are in the universe. Oh, Borderlands is a looter shooter. Separate story and characters, but same world. Nice. One day I'll get around to them. I don't think I'm gonna buy them right now, but man, my backlog is just a mess. Oh my god! Oh my god, Sega, Metaphor, Sonic, Ichiban, P3! Y'all, I'm excited. Tomorrow night I'm going to see Sonic 3, and I'm very excited. I was gonna try to play Sonic Adventure 2 and Shadow the Hedgehog before going to see it, but that's not gonna be the case. Life got in the way, and I just didn't. Both Judgment games are the best ones in your opinion. Ooh, that's so interesting. Have you heard of this tiny project called Final Fantasy VII Remake? I may have wasted. It sounds a little familiar. The combat is so good. Ooh, is it different than like Yakuza? Ooh. Is it not like a beat 'em up type game, or how does that work? Interesting. Action noir classic. Oh, is it like a mystery kind of thing? Ooh, a legal thriller. I love a good legal thriller. Oh, it is a beat 'em up, just the most refined and fun version of it. Oh, cool. I want to get better at Yakuza combat. Maybe I should do that by playing a Yakuza game. This guy looks very scrimbly. But yeah. How long does it? The sale goes until like the beginning of January, right? And I might get like some gift cards for Christmas that I could like get some stuff with. Oh, January 2nd. We got time. Ew, get that out of there. I think I might grab The Witcher 3 Complete Edition. I have to get Complete Edition. He's also got the likeness of a famous Japanese celebrity. Oh, that's so interesting. Ooh. He might, if I played it next year, he could go in the 2025 House of Limos. I tried Silent Hill 4. I've not played any Silent Hill games. I don't know how well I would do with them. I don't do well with like super scary games. I don't do well with jump scares, but I am intrigued by Silent Hill 2 Remake. Silent Hill 2 Remake. I can check that out. Oh, it does not look like it's on sale. Oh my god. Oh my god, this game is pricey. 20% off, and it's $55.99. Ooh. That's quite pricey. Oh, you meant Silent Hill 2 Remake. See, I don't do well with like super scary games, really, but I like psychological horror. If it's not like super jump scary, I could probably handle it, but I hear like so many people love the story of this game. I'm trying to sell early Yakuza games by saying if you like Infinity, Nikki, you might like some of Yakuza. I mean, there is a dress-up minigame in Yakuza 0, so like, close enough. It'd be a good stream, a very clippable stream. What, with me just screaming all the time? Reviews though? Yeah. It's pricey, but it's also gonna, it might be weird for me playing this game because that one girl has the same she has the same like legal government name as me. So hearing my like actual birth name in the game is gonna be weird. But yeah, surprise, my name isn't actually Angie. That's a nickname. No way. Name reveal! Oh my god, has it been 30 minutes? Oh my god, my music is actually fading. We've been yapping for too long. Wow. You know what, I'll throw it on the wish list, keep it on my radar. Might be time to play game, yeah. Anyways. Let's play game. I'm very excited. I missed my boy. Hold on. Alright, let's do this. Alright, game, please show up. There we go. Someone drank a yappuccino before stream. That's rare for me. I don't have much to yap about most of the time, I feel. I'm not really a yapper. Her government name is Stinky McPants. Man, is that a real Silent Hill character? Because, yeah, that's my actual first name. Unlike every other time I've actually beaten both of these on the DS, I actually know what's happened for once. Interesting. Oh, man. I miss these old retro sound effects. From like the original trilogy. Also, let me know if the volume needs to be adjusted. Is it good right now or does it need to be louder? Because I can bump it up if need be. I should probably not look at the gallery yet. Yeah, goodbye. Let's do this. Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney Investigations. New game. Let's go. Ooh. Do you want to play? Ooh. Oh my god. Don't make me choose. He's so scrimbly in both ways. You know, I'll go with HD for now. Turnabout Visitor. I don't like having to choose. Mukuru, welcome. How are you? Thank you for being here. I could have the same first name as a love interest in a Disney movie. Oh no! That sounds awful. I'm so sorry. Turnabout Visitor. March 14th, 1:16 a.m. And this takes place after the third game, right? To make sure the defendant is found guilty. What other choice do I have? That's the job of a prosecutor, after all. Oh my god. Wow. That may be true, but why? Why go this far? Spiky hair. Sorry, maybe I wasn't clear enough. But a guilty verdict is all that matters to me. Oh no! You and every other Merry Christmas! Oh. You look like a loser. I'm a prodigy among prosecutors. Always have been, always will be. Oh, Amanda, hi! I'm so sorry, Amanda, we are just starting the game. Also, should I move my camera back to my usual corner? But hi, Amanda, I hope you're doing well. We are just starting up the game, but I hope you're doing well. I'll say hi to Edgy for you. And Chelsea, hello, how are you? How's it going? What if this took place like a week before? Oops. When does the implied yaoi come into play? Anytime Edgeworth is on screen. Look at him! Oh my god, he's got a briefcase. If I had a nickel for every time one of my Scrimbulies had a little metal briefcase like that, I'd have 2 nickels. Alright, I need to... Sorry, I'm like giggling so much already. I missed him. I missed him. Does knowing you saved 25% make the wait worth it? Yes, it does. Saving money feels so good, especially when it comes to this man. Mm-hmm. Alright. I need to remember what my Edgeworth voice is. It's like very pretentious sounding. Sorry, I'm smiling too much right now because I love him. Hi, Matt. How are you? I'm looking at my man. His briefcase contains Akechi's gloves. It very well could. It's hard to believe that I've been away from my office for a whole month. Did I give him a British voice? I actually don't remember. I feel like it was like somewhere between British and then just like pretentious sounding. I don't know what it was. It's hard to believe I've been away from my office for a whole month. I hope Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean. Are you sure you put your faith in the right guy, buddy? Also, I missed Gumshoe very much. He wants me to give him the German voice, the very bad German voice that I gave to Mr. Clavier Gavin, and it was very bad. This is gonna sound terrible if I do that. The door is unlocked. That's the one. This one. The I don't know. I feel like I could make my Clavier voice even campier now that I have stepped away and I'm like not worrying about like the text and whatnot. You know, very. I don't know. I can't do words. You're at work? Are you worried about at work? Only be able to pop in for a little bit? No worries. It is all good. I hope work isn't too stressful. Yeah, I need to go check my VODs. I need to think like, actually pushing up the glasses. And the door is unlocked. His little sprites are so cute. I love him. Detective Gumshoe. What's this smell? It's very familiar. Oh my god. Oh yeah, that guy was literally just murdered in Edgeworth's office. There is a dead man in my office. Oh my god, his face? I love when he looks distressed. Why are there red dots on my window? That is alarming. What the? What's the meaning of this? Freeze. Oh. Merry Christmas. Identify yourself. He looks he only looks mildly inconvenienced here at being held at gunpoint. I mean, not the first time it happened. Shut up. You've got some nerve committing murder in a prosecutor's office. Not the outfit! Is that a threat? Did not even flinch. What a Chad. Oh, you haven't played this yet? No worries, Vice. Thanks for the lurk. He's used to finding dead twinks in his office. Stop. Let me make one thing very clear. What? No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. He's acted like this has happened before. Has this happened before? Bye. Bro was intimidated by Miles Edgeworth just like saying like no one commits murder in my office. And then he just leaves. What a guy. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I love him. Death surrounds us, man. That's quite sad, actually. We're coming up on, how many years will it be? 23 years of DL6 next week. Yay! Gregory Edgeworth has been dead for 23 slutty years. And I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I would be thrusted into a multitude of cases and some very frantic and busy days. 2:56 a.m. Man. A typical Tuesday night, exactly. I finished photographing the victim's body. Oh my god! No way. They put the one and only Kaniza in this game? No shot. I can't believe Kodaka is real. Or maybe I'm misremembering his name. Who is to say? I mean, honestly, I would never forget Kojiro, though. Look at this man. Very well. Please continue. You're not even pointing at him, sir. You are pointing at the air. Or unless you're pointing at the area that needs to be investigated. Very well. Please continue your investigation. Yes, sir. Do you know Kaname Date, by the way? Tell him I said hi. Mr. Edgeworth! Oh my god. I had done my Gumshoe voice in forever. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, you okay, sir? Oh, God, I am so rusty. I'm so rusty. He is hulking. Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene. He's more worried about Edgeworth than the body. That's actually very sweet. He really cares about Edgeworth. When I heard that a murder was taking place in your office, I ran up here straight away. This is Dick Gumshoe. He is a detective with the local precinct, and the one they assigned to handle this murder case for the time being. You look a little pale, sir. Are you hurt? No, I'm perfectly fine. However... Look what they did to your office! It's totally trashed! Oh my god, I love your rage on my behalf. What a loyal man. I'll say, the culprit sullied my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with tracking mud into my office. Yeah, that's the real crime here. That's just as bad as the body. Whoa, sounds like you're getting really burned up over this whole thing. This crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it. Oh, that's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, time to do some investigating. Oh my god, investigating? No way, investigations? Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. You must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. So I'll keep any leads or information we find etched in the forefront of my mind. You're so smart, you don't even need to write anything down. Speaking of things that pique my curiosity, why of all places did the murder occur in my office? Is it really a coincidence the murder took place in my office? Nah, they probably just hate you. I get the nagging feeling that this is something important to keep in mind. Is this all our evidence? Prosecutor's badge! Proof of my profession, however, I prefer to keep it in my pocket. Aww, he doesn't wear it like Phoenix. Question mark, the victim. Why was he killed in my office? Gummy! Homicide detective at the local precinct in charge of the initial investigation. I love his, like, sad puppy face. Look at his eyes. He looks so pathetic. And his face looks so droopy. I love him. Yeah, I was wondering that myself, sir. I mean, you can't really say it's just a coincidence, can you? No, not really. Especially because of this. The key to your office? For security reasons, this office's door has a lock built into it. What do you mean, sir? If you think about it carefully and use logic, it should become clear to you. Logic? I know that's the name of the mechanic, but this detective, this homicide detective acting confused at the concept of logic, it's something else. I love this game. By finding the connection between two pieces of information and connecting them, new information is born. Logic, no way. Have you played these before, Matt? Also, Chelsea, have you played these games? That is the end result of using logic. So how do you use it? I love Gumshoe. The rapper, maybe? First, I recall the information we've gathered with Q, and I push a button. I push a button on the keyboard in my brain, and then I connect. Cool. Look at his smug face. Although it's kind of unsettling me. I don't know if it's just this portrait in particular. He kind of looks like Von Karma here. I don't know. I think it's the eyebrows. It's the furrowed brows that make him look like Von Karma, and it's unsettling. All right, let's think. Is it a coincidence? It is not. The office key. Connect. Brain. For security reasons, all prosecutors' doors are outfitted with locks, which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, indeed, verily I say, ergo, it's impossible to dismiss the location of this crime as mere coincidence. I just finished the first case, I have to pick it back up. Oh man. I'm currently on the last case of investigations too. Edgeworth's lawyer power is logic. Wow, Phoenix has like supernatural powers and random bullshit go, and Edgeworth uses logic like a normal human being. I love Ace Attorney. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir. There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the killer after? Why did this happen in my office? What was the killer after? You're really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. That's some beautiful logic, sir. Yes, well, when you follow leads to their conclusion, only the truth remains. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth as well. If I think carefully before piecing leads together, the logic should flow. Well, let's get started with our investigation, shall we? Investigations mentioned! Yes, sir. Nice. The basis of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir. I know that. And when I want to examine something, just space when I'm next to it. Oh, if you ever feel lost and want to talk, just use T, okay? I'll give you great precise advice as an ace investigator, sir. I think in this game, I mean, Miles Edgeworth is the ace investigator here, but okay. Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose. Yeah, I won't force you to talk. No, I am gonna make you talk to Gumshoe. Edgeworth is entirely too dapper for the safety of those around him. Very true. Wait, oh my god, is he following me? Oh my god, he's following me like a little puppy. Stop following me! I can make him walk in circles! Look, we're doing laps! Look! Hi. Look at him stanced up. He's adorable. There is a gun on the floor. What have we here? Could this perhaps be the murder weapon? If so, it would mean the killer made their escape after disposing of their gun here. I think I've seen one of these before. Oh, also, where's a good place to put my camera? I didn't realize there would be text at the top of the screen. Where should I put my face cam? Like, here? Is this a good spot? I don't know. I don't want to cover too much, though. But I don't know where to put my camera. Delvin, how are you doing? It's the Steel Samurai. I have to investigate the Steel Samurai. It's very important. Oh, I know. I was issued the exact same model. I think. Detective, I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. Well, now that I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct a lot, sir. I don't use mine much, except in emergencies, so that's why I didn't recognize it. So it's the same type of revolver as the ones used by the precinct's detectives. Okay. Is this yet another batch of fresh flowers? Ones that come with a card attached every month like clockwork for you? Yep. Oh my god, Wendy, I swear to god. Speaking of that, let's see what's on the card this month, sir. All will be resolved. Wendy. Why is she so cryptic? Oh, Miss Irony, how painful are thy thorns. Wendy, isn't that the name of the old lady with the whiny voice that That's enough, detective. You need not remind me further. Only 6 days to Fugan Firefly? Man, Sunday's banner feels so short. I can talk to Sun about this. Hi, Nanosphere, how are you? Irony. You called, sir? Notice anything? Is there anything you noticed that you'd like to share, Detective Gumshoe? Just that I rushed over here as soon as I heard there was a murder in your office, sir. The investigation's just gotten started. I don't know what kind of voice I'm doing. The case has just gotten started, so there's not much else to say. So, are you the one that found the body, Mr. Edgeworth? Unfortunately, upon my return, I found my office door to be unlocked. And what awaited me inside was this whole messy affair. Ouch, that's rough. Even though I left the security of this room to a certain detective... Sorry, sir. I assume you understand how to conduct investigations, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, sir. That's literally in your job description, Gumshoe. Examine anything and everything. Yep. Checking various things out. Get all sorts of evidence and info. Nice. Is Gumshoe just my little follower in this game? I hope so. And we can see evidence. The information. It's Q. Slight. Deductive reasonable. It's called deductive reasoning, detective. Clearly something you lack. I will be taking all the sassy screenshots that I can. Badge. The prosecutor's badge is really tiny compared to my police badge. Oh, but it's really cool, sir. Much, much cooler than my badge ever could be. There's no need to suck up to me, detective. Aww. He really likes Edgy. Can I present profiles? I cannot. Alright. I have so many screenshots from this game. Oh man, I need all of the sassy moments. Killer's goal, revolver. Okay. Steel Samurai? That's a good thing my Steel Samurai doll was spared any harm. Yes, that's the most important thing in this office. Of course. I still need to get my relics for Firefly. Oh no, good luck. I'm trying to get good relics for Sunday. Every single thing that I get for him is dog shit though, and it makes me sad. Speaking of which, I still haven't actually sat down and watched any of that show. Oh, how dare you say that in his presence? What's it about again? Well, I don't know much about it myself, but I just happen to have a Steel Samurai in my office. But I don't know much about the show, I don't watch it. It's just here for decoration. The hero of the Steel Samurai Warrior of Near Old Tokyo is the Steel Samurai, and his goal is to defeat the evil magistrate. It's a show geared towards kids. However, its high production values and riveting plot draws in a number of adults as well. Spin-offs like the Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Old Tokyo, and the Nickel Samurai. He's just info dumping. I love this. I love this so much. I love him. Along with a deluge of merchandise and even new stage show gives its presence. You sure know a lot. Are you sure you're not some kind of sort of rabid fanboy? Of course not. Anyone that keeps up with society knows at least this much. And that conversation lasted longer than expected. Let us return to the investigation. Steel Samurai is important, though. Oh, this is all just the same. Alright. He is such a nerd. I love him. Me, just like me for real. Lightsaber, Sphere, and Link Rope. That's good, at least. Oh, I thought my nail was splitting for a second. Bro is not dusting anything. He's just like, look at this man go. Look at Kanaiza go. He's just like flicking that thing. Oh. Oh, it's your trophy, the Knight of Prosecutors, right? King of Prosecutors. And it's not a trophy, it's a shield. I only send this to the winning prosecutor, right? Yes, but I have no real interest in the perceived worth of other people. As for my own worth, that is something only I can determine for myself, with an edge. Oh, that's so slick, sir. I'm gonna have to try saying that sometime. Unfortunately for him, his monetary worth is tied directly to his worth to me. Oh, Edgeworth, that's so mean! Oh my god, can I look at my tea bags? Ah, watch out for the teacup fragments there, sir. The killer is going to pay. This tea set, not the tea set. I love that he's more distressed about the damage to his office than the body itself. He's just flicking that thing. Do I need to add that? Fuck to flick that thing up. Forget I said that. Bye. Goodbye. I'll add that as a quote, but I'm not adding the thing I said afterwards. He isn't wrong though, very real. This tea set is very dear to my heart and can only be bought in England. It costs more than your whole month's paycheck. What? No, I feel like the killer's wasted one of my monthly paychecks. A ladder. Books. The files are all over the floor, sir. They probably fell during the struggle between the victim and his killer. Oh, and I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. I mean, that just rendered all the time and effort I put in pointless. I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room. Well, I water these flowers every day, just like you requested, sir. I just added cleaning to the list as a weekend special. About half a day every Saturday, I come in and clean this place until it sparkled. Does he have a life? I don't think he does. Hawktua, he's- stop! Stop! No! That's gonna haunt me forever. We finished photographing the body, so it should be alright to examine this area. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Gun. Don't believe it! I packed those files on these shelves so tight! And not even an earthquake could make them fall off, but just look at them! At this rate, the rest of the files won't be able to withstand an earthquake at all. A problem to be sure. Oh no, Edgeworth! Don't bring up earthquakes around him and oh, now I'm sad. This man makes me feel the entire spectrum of human emotion. Well, once the investigation is over, we'll put them back up on the shelf. Gum. Oh, it says Gumshoe. Is Gumshoe gonna be the defendant in this case? But there's a gap there. Wallet. Did I hear that there's a possibility of the Hawktua going to jail? I did not. Does it have something to do with like the crypto scam that she ran? Because that wouldn't surprise me. What do we have here? Hey, I think I've seen one of these before. It's a police badge, detective. Of course. Oh my god. It is real to that. Oh hey, I have the exact same thing actually. What a goiki thing, Gumshoe. Gumshoe, you are so friend-shaped. And you're just... Let's take a look inside. Buddy Faith, detective. Oh, Buddy Faith, that's a cute name. Budding Faith, Buddy Faith. He has faith in his buddies. He trusts his friends to the end. It does have something to do with their shitcoin. And Mr. Tate, oh Jesus Christ, not him, ew. Disgusting. Crypto needs to die, please. It should appear that our victim was a detective, just like you. What if that gun is his then? I seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Now to calm use logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other. But I wanna, look around more first. I have to inspect every nook and cranny. Angie coin coming out and investing my life savings. Hey, if an Angie coin comes out in my name, know that I'm being impersonated. How people thought that shit is something else. Real, like, it's literally not even real money. It's just completely fake bullshit that, like, wastes resources. It's... I don't even know. There's blood all over his lower abdominal area. Looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach area, sir. In other words, he was shot. Yep. Until the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that. Please have the body sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene. Is there a bullet, like, in here? Are you gonna be okay with keeping track of the evidence we find, sir? Of course. This is the safest way I know to keep track of it all. Alright, if you say so. So that's evidence rather than, like, an information point. Alright. The organizer. Alright. And profiles, too. Alright, there he is. Crime scene notes. Gumshoe. Buddy. Alright, my desk. Gumshoe, why did you walk the long way around? You could have just come the short way, like going from here to here, but bro just looped around. What a guy. Oh my god, can I make them kiss? Hey. This may be Yowie. Oh my god, I could step on his foot. Aww. All money is fake. Yeah, I mean, money only has value because we assign value to it, but... It's been a while since I've sat at this desk. Oh, how I've missed you. It's so tidy that it looks newer than when I first bought it. Oh yeah, that thing's so polished that it makes mirrors jealous. Don't tell me you had no other work the entire time I was away, Detective. My job was to protect your office, sir. Oh, that's very sweet, actually. And you did such a good job protecting it that a murder occurred in it. Pfft. Edgeworth, you're such an asshole. That's harsh, sir. I have to admit the desk has never looked better, so I guess I can't talk his pet. Yeah, give him a raise, buddy! Maybe I shouldn't say buddy when there's a dead buddy over there. The chessboard! The chessboard! The gay chessboard! Oh, they even knocked over your chess set! I guess I'll just move my camera if they talk like that. I had it all set up, ready for when you got back. I figured we could play a few games. Do you even know how to play? I had no idea you were interested in chess. I'm actually pretty good at checkers, so I thought I'd give chess a try. Alright. In that case, I suppose I can set some time aside after we solve this case. Oh, that's so generous of you. Though I don't expect the games to tax my mental acuity much. Wow. Hello, sir. Oops. Do you have anything to report? Sir, yes, sir. Nothing out of the ordinary right now, sir. Yep, there's something out of the ordinary right in front of my eyes. Talk about a contradiction. Something out of the ordinary, huh? Gun. Couch. I hope I can solve this case quickly. I'd like to return to relaxing on this sofa. That thing looks like a billion times softer than my mattress at home. Can I sit on it too? Just for a little while, sir? With you sitting next to me too? Maybe? Detective Gumshoe, you know that I can't allow that. What, you won't let him sit on the job? What are you, like a retail manager? Until this case is solved, neither of us has the time to spare, let alone rest. You're right, sir. I'm gonna work hard and be a real trooper to the end. Even once this case is over, I don't think he can afford to take any time off. Aw, give him a raise! Hello, definitely not. I actually forgot his name for a second. I actually forgot the Kagami's real name for a second. I'm leaning too far into the bit. We'll play AI Somnium Files 2 next year. I swear to God. We need to play Nirvana Initiative. I miss that game. How is it all coming along? Please, I need absolute silence. Fingerprints lifting is a delicate art. Well, I never. Can I look at my thing here? Okay. Is that all that I can inspect? Can I go up the ladder? Oh my god, I can make him run? I can make him run. Ah! I can make him run! We're running! We gotta get some laps in. A little warm up before we investigate more. I think that's all I can look at. All right, I guess it's logic time. Brain. The revolver, the standard model used by detectives. Could it have belonged to our recently departed? Detective Gumshoe, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time? Yes, sir. On it now, sir. Wasn't this a DS game? It was, yeah. Excuse me, pal. Let's see here. What have we got here? Mr. Edgeworth, sir. A guy's wearing a gun holster. So it appears that our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him. Let's see what else we can find out about this revolver. Now look carefully at each piece of evidence. That's a little horse. Can rotate it. And zoom in and out. Hans. To think that it's so easy to take a life with just the pull of a trigger. No, I can't ever see myself really liking guns. Me too, buddy. Oh, but I love the ones they use at track and field meets to start races. If you ever take off before it's fired, everybody always ends up following your lead. To chase you down for a false start, detective. Now that you mention it, Even when I finish first, I always wind up in last place. Aw, you run track and field, Gumshoe? Alright. It looks like only one round was fired from this. Oh, so the killer killed the Vic with just one shot after wrestling the gun from him? Sounds like the guy knew how to handle a gun, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? We have no proof for now, but that is a distinct possibility. I guess this is about all we're going to find out. We should send the body to a... Jim! Why, oh why? How could this have happened to a guy like you? Jim? Why are you calling him Jim? Are you all right? Don't touch me! Leave me alone! Just let me be! Sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body. The body! The body! Don't talk about him like he's just some lump of flesh! Look at him. Jim looks like he's just turned in for the night. He just spilled some ketchup on his waist and his hand. We love horses, yeah. And how is there a hole in the portrait? Yeah. They said there was this gun. They fired one round, right? Wasn't that in here, though? Because this guy, shot in here. I don't know. I'm sure it's just a bloodstained soup, pal. It's tomato soup. Where are my manners? Aren't you that prosecutor? Why, yes, I am! Jacques Portsman. Jacques Portsman. Sportsman? Do you run track? Is that why Gumshoe commented on that? Jacques Portsman. What's the pun there? Jacques Portsman. Jacques Portsman. Sportsman? Jim here is my partner in crime busting. I'm Miles Edgeworth, and like you, I am also a prosecutor. Detective Dick Gumshoe, sir. So you're Miles Edgeworth. I guess this is your office. Yes, that is correct. And it was you! You're the one that killed Jim! Hey, don't go jumping to conclusions, pal. Just calm down, okay? I will not! I know how things work around here. High prosecutor's office doors all have locks built into them, and only the owner of the office has the key to his or her own office door. That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner. Buddy. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth has been overseas on a business trip this whole time, pal. And the key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? You knew this, buddy. You knew this, and that's why you used Buddy's finger to write the name Gumshoe on the things on the books. Gumshoe. This is what happens when a man can't use logic. So does you then! You're Jim's killer! I don't know why I'm giving him this voice. No, wait, pal, you got it all wrong! Everyone calm down! Mr. Portsman, correct? If you're a real prosecutor, you should know to stay collected. The investigation has only just begun. Isn't it too early to be drawing conclusions? Alright, I get the point. Alright, my mistake. I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. You sure are one cool customer though, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard all the rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. You're something of a legend, you know? Anyway, let's call a truce and work to get Trucy mentioned. Now how about a handshake to seal the deal? Pleasure to work with you. What are you doing with that? I don't trust that handshake. I feel like that was suspicious. You guys were conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for barging in like that. Carry on then. It's your room after all. Thank you. I intend to. I just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim. Why are you calling him Jim? You there! Sir. What does that handshake mean? I don't trust it. I want you to capture this scene on film for me. My final farewell to my partner, Jim. Partner? Is it gay to murder your own partner? I should probably give them some space. No, I'm gonna get right up in there. Mr. Portsman, a word if I may. Jim, I swear I'll find your killer and bring them to justice. You wait and see, Louis, for the both of us. Now then, you wanted to talk to me about something? Partner? Eyebrow emoji, gay flag emoji, question mark emoji. Indeed. No, that's alright. I feel like I'm interrupting there. Aww. I mean, Jack may have just murdered the shit out of him, but, you know, toxic yaoi, am I right? Anything else to do here? I seem to have picked up a few good leads. Oh, so now you're gonna do that thing and deal with all that information, right? What are you babbling about? The brainy thing we were talking about just a few minutes ago, sir. Got the flavor of toxicity in there. Real! Logic. I love when games get meta like this. What logic, buddy? That is even more unnecessary. I'm just a lowly detective, so I'm not sure what I should do with that other than to arrest it. It's a dead body, man. What are you gonna do? Is that the only talent you have? Oh, wait. Edward, you're such a dick! The victim's gun, huh? It's the same model as mine. A tool used to protect lives, yet one that can also take its lives away. Those who take a gun in hand wield a great responsibility. I hope you understand that. I don't really use my gun at all, sir. The only time I would use this baby is when I'm fighting a hot duel with a convict to look ultra cool. A duel? A hot duel? We literally just started this game. You were doing so well until that last bit. Come on, let him have his own little, like, rival fantasy. Come on. You got your rival partner. Let Gumshoe have that in his imagination. It's my first time speaking with him. That's important, because maybe it's actually not, because he just shot my thing on the wall there. Maybe I don't recognize his voice, I don't know. Oh, I can look at this now. Your jacket, sir. What's it doing on the floor? It must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing a round. So the killer not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well. But only one round is fired from that particular gun. They dared to shoot the ultra special jacket that you made your prosecutorial debut in? You were such an asshole at that moment, Edgeworth. I mean, not that you're not an asshole now, but like, man. What if they had shot through it? Would have been a disaster. It's not worth getting worked up over, Detective. Not when there's something more here. Huh? Like what? I take it you haven't noticed it yet, Detective. There is a giant contradiction right here in front of us. Contradictions, baby! Really? Did I say contradiction? He must be... We literally just started the game! I'm starting to sound like him. The only way they could have made this gayer is if they, like, highlighted the word him. But I have my own methods, and I will conduct this investigation my way. For what is a man? When the scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence or seems off, they should have. Yeah, I know who you are. That's where my deductive skills come into play. Despite the spot that holds the contradiction, This is it. This bullet hole is where the contradiction lies. When I spot something that's off, I should point my cursor at it and, with conviction, deduce! When I have found sufficient proof to prove the contradiction, I present it. Presenting evidence! No way! Eureka! Urethra! This bullet hole is the contradiction. What do you mean, sir? It's elementary. 2 shots were fired in this room. The first felled the victim, and the second felled this frame. Hey, that's right. However, this gun was only fired once. Hey, that's true too. Which means that one of these 2 bullets was fired from a different gun. Did the killer have another gun prepared for tonight? Another handgun other than the victim's gun? Could there be another gun in play? By the way, I noticed something, sir. Yes? What's that thing sticking out from behind the frame? Ah, that. It's a secret safe. A secret safe? Oh, I smell money. Gumshoe, please. I'll spare us the trouble and just say it. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside. What is inside? Okay, what's inside his secret safe? Wrong answers only. I'm guessing either super exclusive Steel Samurai merch, like the super ultra rare, like high in demand stuff they only made like a very limited edition of, and he's gotta lock it all away so nobody suspects anything. Maybe an engagement ring for Phoenix? Nah, it's too early into their relationship. I don't feel like they're married at this point. Like, I feel like they got together after the 3rd game. Like, you know, there was the pining, they were aware of it. Risque photos of Phoenix, that could also be very true. I think by game 5, they are married or at the very least engaged. But at this point, I don't think they're actually together, but they're pining. They're pining, but they're not together. Maybe not quite there yet. Now, if you could kindly move this frame out of the way. Now I'm even more curious. What is in it? Roger that. Oh, talk about dusty. I suppose that's what happens when I'm not here to dust it once in a while. Were you cleaning the place, Gumshoe? I had no idea there was a safe here. I'd have kept it clean for you, sir. So when did you put this thing in? It wasn't something I had installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one. Really? I had no idea. Valley Photoshop pics of him and Phoenix together. Aww. What if he makes Gumshoe do that? Make those for them. Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence. So what's inside, Mr. Edgeworth? Right now, nothing. We only use them to store especially important evidence when a trial is in session. Aww. That's it. Talk about squashing my hopes and dreams. Mine too, buddy. Each prosecutor has one in their office. Only they know of them. Trial evidence use. Okay. Jacques is gonna slip up and mention the safe for sure. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Nook's cranny, baby. No, this is odd. Found something, sir? The keypad. Don't you find it to be a bit too clean? Did somebody wipe ooh. There's a thick layer of dust all around it, but not on the keypad itself. You there, the forensic scientist. Yes, sir? Could you please dust this area for fingerprints? Got it, sir. I couldn't find, let alone lift, a single print. Looks like it was wiped down well. Interesting. Prints were wiped. As I thought. It appears that logic is the only way around this setback. Anything else I can inspect? Oh. I want to see if there's bonus dialogue I can get. I never knew there was a safe hidden back here. Well, if detectives knew about them, then they wouldn't be secret now, would they? There ain't any other secrets hidden in things in this room? Even if there were, it would defeat the purpose of them being hidden if I told you. So don't bother looking for them. So there's no, like, hidden camera around, right? And what if there was? No, it's nothing. Look at I said anything. Do you want to watch Edgeworth while he's at work, Gumshoe? We want the live Edgeworth cam. Do I want to even ask what he's been doing in my office while I've been away? Okay. Not where my mind was going, but okay. What were you doing? Can I look at this again, or no? Alright. We need to connect some dots. What was the killer after? Signs of struggle? Wiped fingerprints. They wanted something in here. I believe I've figured out what the murderer was after. Well, what is it, sir? The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests that the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe, making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe. But why was Buddy in here too? Were they teaming up? Jack and Buddy trying to rob me together? Or Jack and Jim? I wonder if knowing that the motive behind this break-in was theft changes what the other pieces of information can tell me about this crime. Oh yeah, they were rummaging around for something. The safe and then going through the evidence file. They want some piece of evidence, I guess. Oh yeah, the Jack Portsman or whatever, he was talking about, oh, I want to win. I have to win no matter what it takes. And he's looking for the decisive evidence in this office, maybe. There is a possibility that the files splayed on the floor are not the result of a struggle between the victim and his killer. Oh, you mean like it could be from when the killer tried to find something, sir? Precisely. We need to figure out if any of the files have been stolen. Yes, sir. I'm gonna shelve files like you've never seen before, even at a library. Sure. Let's give that a try. Why do all the good ones always die young? Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, Mr. Edgeworth. Stop. Echo, hello! What's up? No matter how much we lament, the dead will not come back to life. I found a copy of SMT Vengeance for 30 bucks! Let's go! That's a good deal. Deluxe Edition 33. Ooh. All we can do is search for the truth. And so what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth? That's not the voice I was giving this man. First, we calmly restore the files to their rightful place. You got it. Here, let me help. So this file goes here and that book goes there. You sure know a lot about where things go, despite it being Mr. Edgeworth's office. Because I'm the one who keeps it tidy, pal. Okay, done. Oh my god, there's a... What was going on with these handprints? That is a very weird angle for those handprints. I'd honestly spend all my Steam money, sale money on just Sega. Understandable. It would appear the murder was definitely committed here. Now, how does a thumb, like... How does one get their hands on the thing like that? Oh, it's this guy's hands. The doip. Those are his handprints. Even Soul Hackers 2, I'm kind of tempted, even though it's not exactly the most well-received game. I'm very curious about Soul Hacker. Because again, I know I've heard like mixed thoughts about it, but I'm intrigued by it. Ugh, the bloodstains on the bookshelf are still fresh. I suspect that the victim was killed in a standing position, hence the prints on the shelf. Then the guy fell onto the floor, right? The blood on the floor's gonna gross on me out. Buddy. Detective, I don't have the time to deal with your weak stomach right now. Why are you in this line of work, buddy, if you can't tolerate that? There's our hole. Well, you know I'm no good with blood, so why did you choose this job then? I'm certain there's something wrong with this picture. Well, I want to inspect all of it. I put them all back just as they should be, sir. Doesn't look like anything's missing. Although it does look like the killer moved the body to flip through my shelves. I wonder if they found what they were looking for. You got an idea? I refund Metaphor since I still haven't played it yet and buy it at sale price? Can you do that? Handprint. The victim's handprints. He must have tried to support himself with his hands here after being shot. There are prints on the floor, too. Those must have been made when, unable to stay standing, he dropped to the floor. You think so? I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt to try. It appears that the victim is in a sitting position here after being shot. Oh, so that's why the seat of the victim's pants has blood on it. What, you think he just... Yeah, he didn't just, like, shit blood, or he was on his period, that's why. And that would be the logical conclusion. The body. It's been under 2 weeks. Steam refund policy is good. Less than 2 hours played and within 2 weeks of purchase. Okay. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. Mm-hmm. The killer moved the body because it was leaning against the bookshelf. Blood on this guy's pants proves that pretty well. In a sense, I suppose. See? I'm not completely useless, Mr. Edgeworth. You can point things out. Alright. Is that everything aside from the obvious? Looks like it. So this is where the bullet lodged itself after it went through the victim, huh? For the bullet to be lodged so squarely in a file spine indicates that the files were ransacked after the shooting had occurred. And I guess the victim was moved because he was in the killer's way. Where's the bullet then? Okay. Let's see. This is for evidence, right? Bullet went clean through the abdomen? Wouldn't there be more blood? Like, that looks too clean. Maybe he wasn't shot. I don't know. He was shot. Where is his hand? His arm is like under there. Feels weird seeing this in non-pixel form. Did you play the DS version? Although, I think only the first one was released outside of Japan before. But you played this on the DS? You played both of them on the DS. Ooh, that's exciting. Although... This is odd. Bullet went clean through the victim's abdomen. It wouldn't go like all the way through. I don't know, that's like... That looks too clean to like have gone through him. There was clearly a contradiction here with this bullet hole. Well, you played the fan translation. Oh yeah, with Sebastian the Best. Oh, Persona 2 Eternal Punishment got on the PSP. Oh, was that actually not released in the was that actually not released in the West? And like the fan translation is the only available PSP version? Why is 0 after 3? I don't know. I don't know how Edgeworth organizes his files. There's clearly a contradiction here with this bullet hole. What do you mean, sir? You don't see? Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. If the victim was shot in the stomach, the hole should be much higher. Okay, that's not where I was going, but, you know, I had two pieces of evidence connecting to the bullet hole. Oh, Innocent Sin was released in the West, but Eternal Punishment wasn't. Okay. What if the guy was shot while he was sitting and lying down, sir? That would be illogical. The victim leaned against this shelf here after being shot, which suggests that he was standing when he was shot. And that means... Wait, what does that mean, sir? It means you need to use your brain every once in a while instead of mine, detective. Were these put back in the wrong place? Well, this file was up here then, right? In any case, it means someone made a faulty assumption. And it was from this mistake that our current contradiction was born. The position of the files. I believe the order of the files is a bit off. They put them back in the wrong order just now? Is right the killer changed their places? I guess also just as please don't give any hints or like theories in chat. I want to try to figure these out on my own. Just as a general reminder. Actually, I think the labels on the files are wrong, sir. Oh. Yeah. See here how the files that were shot begin with the number 0? What are those doing all the way down there after 1, 2, and 3? That's really weird. And I wonder who put them there. Actually, the way they are organized now is the correct order. They are exactly as I see them in my mind's eye. I mean, too, there's just something that confused me. Okay, yeah, just in general, just kind of keep any, like, kind of speculation or, like, weird, like, speculations not in chat. Sorry. The numbers are all out of order. Those white binders are special, so they are arranged a little differently. But from this, we know that the files were not in this order when the crime occurred. Ah, so that's it. I believe the killer made the same incorrect assumption as you just did, Detective. Let's rearrange the files in numerical order and see what we find out. Then I know Edgeworth is a silly guy. He is! Do you think it'll be okay to pop the body back up to how it was before it was moved? They finished processing the crime scene, so I don't see why it wouldn't be. If you please, Detective Gumshoe. I'm sorry. This guy looks like a headless mannequin. Why does it look like a flat, like, piece of, like, plastic or whatever right there? He's missing a head. I know that's his head slumped forward with the hat on, but he looks completely headless. As I suspected, the bullet hole is now where it should logically be. Gumshoe! The killer went through my files first before shooting Mr. Faith. And then put the files back in numerical order, I guess. Exactly. And then proceeded to shoot the victim. Why would someone kill a man and then look through your files one more time? Puzzling indeed. The files were thrown into disarray twice, once before and once after the crime. But why? Now the crime scene it is as it was at the time of the murder. Time to give it another look. There must be some reason as to why the victim's body was moved. The Gumshoe? There's no time to ponder that now. Any other new dialogue I can get? Yes. His handprints belong to the victim, right? That makes sense with the body position. Yes, he must have left them when he was trying to support himself after he was shot. However, the final position of the body shows it was moved. I need to go over this crime scene with a fine-toothed comb one more time. I do remember how annoying it was needing to click on the stuff on the 3DS screen. Oh, you play DS games on the 3DS? Oh, really? I have never tried playing a DS game on my 3DS. I guess it makes sense, backwards compatibility and all, but I didn't even know that worked. The bullet hole is now where it should logically be. We figured out the killer went through your bookshelf twice. Indeed. There are many things the killer did that don't make sense. But to figure out the whys, we need more information. We're missing the O book. This? What's that? Why does it say Gumshoe on there in blood? I'd say that's some incredibly incriminating evidence. Yes, indicative of criminal activity indeed. No, wait, there's gotta be some mistake. Mr. Ezra, sir, help me, say something, sir. It appears that one of my files was Edgeworth has his priorities. Is that all, sir? What about me and my situation? In the case of the second game, you can install games on a 3DS from a PC. Oh, okay. Is this what the killer was really after? We did it! Looks like Jim was able to leave us the name of his killer in the end. Why has my voice for this man changed like 5 different times? Well, we need the autopsy report to say that he died instantly and couldn't have written his name. And this most important message to reach us. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. I hope I lose my 50-50, it's an early loss. I'm manifesting that you get who you pull them for. I can't be terribly pleased to hear that your beloved partner is the guilty party. Partner? Beloved partner? If you are going to accuse Detective Gumshoe of being the culprit, I sincerely hope you have some proof to back it up. Okay, with the point? Jim's words, they're more than enough, wouldn't you say? If that's how you want to play it, then at least allow me to understand your reasoning. You got it. I don't like this one bit. There's something strange about this man's attitude. And there must be some sort of flaw to his logic waiting for me to dig out. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you gonna do? What I always do in court. I'm going to cross-examine him. Cross-examine! 46 polls, I believe in you. You got this. One way or another, I'll expose the flaw in his logic with this technique. Ooh, how do you do that? Can you explain it to me, sir? I know how cross-examinations work. I think I'll be fine. Mr. Portsman, if you are ready. Oh, if you don't have time, you could just say so, sir. Okay, now I feel bad. Detective Gumshoe, you stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Furthermore, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. And it will be by his final words that you will be brought to justice. Think by metaphor again, technically P5R and SMT5 Vengeance! Nice! That's a good selection. You intend to argue that the victim's dying message points to his killer? I can hear Jim's voice. Sometimes I can still hear his voice. He's calling for his killer's arrest. Are you sure you're not mishearing his words, Mr. Ports? I love this man. There's no way Detective Gumshoe is the culprit here. I will find the flaw in this man's logic and expose it with credible evidence. Had I rate metaphor, I would say it's like a solid 8 out of 10. That's what I would give it. 8 out of 10, thereabouts. Hold it! Hold it! You know, there's something I've been meaning to ask. What is it? Why do you call the victim Jim, when clearly his name is Buddy Faith? Isn't it obvious? Jim is the perfect name for my companion. Huh? Jack and Jim. Don't those two names go together like peanut butter and jelly? But Jim isn't even close to the guy's real name. Oh, Jack and Buddy just sounds off somehow. Besides, he was the third of a bunch of guys I decided to nickname Jim. What is wrong with this man? He talks about the victim like he was his pet. I think there are outfit DLCs for Metaphor. I don't have them, but I know there are like some costumes you can get for that. Hold it! Do you really think it was necessary to dishevel my shelves twice to do that? That's true. Okay, maybe his real intent was theft. Hey, are you accusing me of stealing something from Mr. Edgeworth? It's a possibility. Maybe your salary's been cut so much that life is getting a little too rough to handle? Buddy! I'll have you know that I eat 3 square meals every day, pal. Okay, so all 3 of them happen to be instant noodles, but... Aww. Poor thing. What an evil prosecutor you were paired up with. And what a motive, no? Okay, fuck you, dude. You don't know anything about me. Hold it! And why would Detective Gumshoe do such a thing? Because the body was getting in his way. He had to mess up your bookshelf somehow, right? Anyway... Hold it! Why do you think that the killer didn't notice the bloody letters? The body was covering it quite well, wouldn't you say? That's how he missed it. That's... But judging by what I've seen, it doesn't take much for your detective to miss something. Who do you think you are? You know nothing about me, pal? There's a lot a person can understand about another from first impressions alone. I can't say I disagree with him on that point. Why don't you just say something, sir? Not you too, Mr. Edgeworth. I'd also rebuy P3R, but I also need to get the overpriced expansion pass, and I can't justify that. Understandable. Yeah, that's the same price as P5R. That's actually absurd. Despite his lack of attention to detail, I don't believe the detective to be the culprit. Nobody could have overlooked the bloody letters, and I can prove it with evidence. I couldn't ask for a better setup. For the game-finishing spike. Do you play volleyball?
Hold it!
Are you saying those letters were intended for you? Yup, Jim was an outstanding detective. I would expect no less from my former partner. It looks like Mr. Portsman still doesn't understand. He has yet to figure out the true meaning behind the bloody letters. What are you sputtering over there? Can't you just admit my logic is perfectly sound? Actually, there's a gigantic flaw in his logic. A gap so wide even the good detective can spot it. Present evidence. Alright, let me just check my evidence again. One of the files that were written upon in blood was stolen. Stolen by the culprit. Yeah, there's no way you would have missed that. If it's stolen, then the culprit didn't miss it. Oops.
Objection!
Perhaps you're not aware, Mr. Portsman, but there is a serious flaw in your logic. And you call yourself a prosecutor? You are an embarrassment. You are not a clown. You are the entire circus. Bring a bit of the courtroom into this, I see. No problem, I'm game. When I'm playing after this, I was thinking Final Fantasy IX. But with Rebirth getting ported, I'm now considering Final Fantasy VII Remake. And now, there's also Final Fantasy 16 to consider. I think I definitely want to play a Final Fantasy next. The question is just which one. 9, 7 Remake, or 16. You need to play 9 still? I've heard, like, 9 seems very beloved by a lot of people. I really want to play it. I can't help but find it odd. Excuse me? Odd that a fellow prosecutor would be brought down by the power of his own office. Get his ass! What are you talking about? Oh, you're joking. I get it. If you have the time to laugh, then you have the time to take another closer look at this. Do you still not see? If not, may I direct your attention to the missing file? What? That's impossible. What's impossible, Mr. Portsman? Nothing. Why are you sweating? Why? Oh my god, you're only sweating on your forehead. Wow. You coin flip between the three? Totally self-indulgent question, but have you considered playing Kingdom Hearts? I have. And I've been looking at the game bundles that are on sale right now. I really want to get into Kingdom Hearts. It's just a question of when. Okay, beats? This feels like... I've definitely heard this melody before. Isn't this like the normal like beginning of court music? Right, it's like a remix of the song they play at the very beginning of like a court session, right? It's your favorite series ever? Man, I hear people love Kingdom Hearts. They talk about it so fondly and I really want to get into it. It looks really fun. I want to know. I need to know things. The files on that shelf are all about a certain case. When the killer went to take a file after murdering your partner, I highly doubt they could have missed the bloody letters written on the spines. You can't object at me like that! It's possible they could have taken the file before committing the murder. I think it's pretty obvious the file was stolen after it was written on, in blood, from the victim. The missing letters in the detective's name were the file... The missing letters in the detective's name where the file should be is proof. Yeah, I mean, the S is gone and there's only half an H. If Detective Gumshoe really was the culprit of this case, I highly doubt that even he could overlook his own name written in blood on the files. It's just a lot of games to play, but 100% worth it. I really want to try it out. I see the new IP Yakuza devs revealed. Oh yeah, wasn't that the one that looks like it's like the early 1900s or something? There was like a Yakuza like looking game on there. I forget the name of it, but I did see that. It looks very interesting. Yeah, 1915, that's it, that's it. It looks very interesting. Especially as a detective who can't stand the sight of blood. Yes! Oh my god, bro, your spine. Which means what exactly? What does that make this dying message? It makes it the work of a criminal intent on tampering with the crime scene. so low. I can dare believe the criminal tried to pin this whole thing on me, sir. I'm gonna get him, sir. You'll see. I'm gonna have them under arrest in no time. Well, Mr. Portsman. Brilliant. Absolutely splendid. Logic deserving of Olympic gold. I appreciate the praise, but it doesn't change the fact that your reasoning is flawed. You win some and you lose some. That's how life goes. Buddy, in the cold open, you did not seem to have that kind of motto. You were all about winning. My headcanon is about the founding of the Tojo clan. That's just me speculating. That could be interesting. I actually really don't know too much about the real life Tojo clan. Did it like start to come to be around that time? Interesting. Glad everyone's so cheery, even though I feel more dead than alive. Ah, but you know, it really is a shame. I really didn't want to have to bring this up, however. What is it this time? Are you still after me, pal? I think TojoClan was founded in 1919. That would be a perfect setup for that. Humor me for a second. Who has the key to this office? That would be me. Mr. Edgeworth just ruled that I'm innocent, pal. What are you doing? That's absolutely right. And I acknowledge your innocence. What are you doing, buddy? Then why do I sense that you still have something to say? Stop flashing me. Well, I was thinking, did you know there is one other person with the key to this office? One other person? Hey, you there! Yes, sir. What is it, sir? Would you kindly fetch and escort that lovely young lady here for me? Is it who I think it is? The girl is a member of this building's security. Think of her as a material witness. Security? Did you say security? No, stop it, pal, don't! What's wrong with him all of a sudden? Oh no! 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 Not Maggie! Free my girl! She did nothing wrong! So she works in security now. Not my girl Maggie. I've called upon Miss Maggie Bird, a member of security. Aww, a blue badger! Get that demon off of your shirt, girl. Detective Gumshoe, sir. Maggie! I know, she's always going through it. Man, what is this, the third time that she's being accused of murder? Miss Bird is a security guard on watch tonight. I see. And your point is? My point is that she could very well have used it. And by it, I mean, and by it, well, haha, let's just say, the key, which can open all the office doors in the building. What? If you are not the guilty party, Detective Gumshoe, then the only other person with access to this room is Miss Bird. How dare you? I would never sneak into someone's room. That's right! I refuse to believe Maggie's the culprit, Belle. It was me! That's right, I did a Gumshoe, you're too sweet. Can we take that as a confession, Detective? Well, it wasn't really me, but it definitely wasn't Maggie, pal. Imagine if these games have voice acting. That would go kind of hard. Although I do really enjoy voice acting these games. It's a fun little exercise, and I don't know. I like doing just practicing like different character voices, even if it's just silly things. I like it a lot. And it's good like vocal stamina training as well, to like be able to like keep up these voices for like hours at a time, you know, and try to like make it more sustainable. And it also keeps me drinking water. So yeah, it was me. It was me, and I have no problems with that, right? Please refrain from blowing off the handle, Detective. There's no need for such theatrics. Listen to your boss, Detective. He understands what I'm saying here. That girl is the only one who could have committed the crime, and for one simple reason. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. I mean, if Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door, then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Making it all the more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. I did check on The Witcher 3. It's only £7 for the complete edition. I think I might get The Witcher during this sale. Witcher 3, I mean. And just to clarify, I don't need to play Witcher 1 and 2 before that one, right? It's not like a... Are they like... I know they're connected, but could I play just... I don't need to? Okay. So I could just jump right in with 3 complete edition and then be ready for 4? So you were saying she used the master key. Incredibly incriminating evidence, wouldn't you say? And that's what you claimed about the evidence earlier as well. You began with 3 and loved it? Oh, that's so exciting. It's the master key to every office in the building. Anything odd about it? No? Remember when Clavier had a key that just said Goral on it? What is wrong with him? Maggie! It's all about your reflexes and reaction time, especially for an athlete like me. I wonder if there was anyone else other than Miss Bird who could have used the master key. It seems that the only way to get Mr. Portsman to give me more details is to press him. Goro? Majima? It won like 5 billion awards when it came out. Ooh, that's exciting.
Hold it!
Are you sure Miss Bird is the only member of security who could have used the master key? There's only one person on staff at this time of night, and tonight she's it. Isn't that right, Miss Bird? That's, true, but I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir. Wasn't able to? What's that supposed to mean? Yes, moving on. I'd hate to get sidetracked by something unrelated.
What do you mean unrelated? I want to hear what she has to say, pal.
But you can't really trust her not to tell lies. Plus, I hate wasting time. Should I hear? Yes! Absolutely. Not so fast. I, too, am interested in hearing what Miss Bird has to say. I'm like 99% sure it won Game of the Year in 2015. Ooh! Didn't I just say it'd be a waste of time? We don't need to hear lies. I will be the judge of that. I will be the judge and the prosecutor today. Actually, no, today I am the judge and the defense attorney. I am everything but a prosecutor right now. And I am an investigator. Really, nothing. The only thing I am not is a prosecutor right now. Miss Bird, if you please. I discovered that the master key was missing at around 1 a.m., sir. What do you mean by missing? As in, it wasn't anywhere in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it. Mr. Portsman, I believe this to be an important piece of testimony, don't you? I can't believe that someone like you would be taken in by such words. I'm not lying, sir.
Objection!
If that's the case, then I'd like to know why you have the master key now. I don't quite know. It just reappeared all of a sudden, sir. You planted it back there, buddy. Likely story. And where is your proof that the key was stolen to begin with? I bet you just forgot where you put it and then found it again. I never lose things. I can practically guarantee that. With me, if something disappears, it's usually because someone stole it.
Yeah, pal, trust me. You don't want to test just how bad her luck is.
Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive. Glad you agree, Mr. Edgeworth.
But... Still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Miss Edgeworth's office.
Her motive? Didn't we already establish it was theft? Okay, but why did she want to steal things? I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried the safe. We never said anything about the safe at this point, right? Only me and Gummy have been talking about the safe, right? And only the prosecutors know about the safe. I want to press everything for dialogue, but that's going to be our contradiction. It is as Mr. Portsman says, Detective. I can't ignore the fact that all the evidence points toward a motive of theft. But I'm done taking blows. It's time to counterattack with a few facts of my own. Alright, I want to press the rest of these for dialogue.
Hold it!
I concur that the culprit's motive appears to have been thievery. However, glad to hear that the great Miles Edgeworth is in agreement with little old me. However, with regard to the investigation of the bookshelves and safe... Hey, good thinking asking for my opinion on the matter. Shut the fuck up, man. Would it be too much for you to allow me to complete a full sentence?
Hold it!
I thought we had established Detective Gumshoe's innocence pretty thoroughly. It's just a theory, one hypothesis among the many possibilities. I mean, I had my doubts about Miss Bird from the very beginning. If that's the case, then why didn't you mention her first? No, don't make that face. See, there goes the truth running the other way. Let's pick up the pace and see if you can't catch up to it. I don't think you're catching my drift. But we are in agreement that the detective isn't the killer, right? If so, then I hope you'll understand when I say that since she is the only one who could have opened your office door.
Hold it!
Don't you think it's a bit early to be jumping to conclusions? Are you saying there's another way to open the door other than with the master key? Oh, I get it. Perhaps you had a spare made for someone else, Phoenix. You had a spare key made for Phoenix, right? So he could come in here? I'll have you know I've never made a spare, so what are you insinuating? That maybe Mr. Penis Light has come here? Nothing. Guess I should have known better. Suggest that someone like you would. What are you saying about him?
Hold it!
Is there anyone in this district who hasn't had at least heard of Detective Gumshoe? Good point. He's practically a celebrity among us. Among us? And my Ace Attorney? No shot. I can't believe. Wow, this game predicted the Miles Edgeworth Among Us collab. No way. Man, it's so funny. Among Us is on my Steam review for the year, and I literally played it for like 30 minutes on the day that Edgeworth Cosmetics dropped, and I haven't touched it since. He definitely just a secret notebook with a password that's something like, I love Phoenix! Aww. Really? I wonder why it was so talked about, sir. We're holding our collective breath, you know. When you screw up so badly that you're literally chased off the force. Okay, that's so mean.
Wait, what? Is that true, Mr. Edgeworth?
Edgeworth! Of course not. That's hogwash. I need to make him sound more British. I've not been British enough in my voice for him.
Don't scare me like that.
I almost had a heart attack there.
Hold it!
By dying message, you mean the bloody letters that spell out Gumshoe. I figured that whoever wrote his name must have wanted to frame him. And just the act of choosing his name is proof enough that the two knew each other well.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and present some evidence.
I would love to. But first, we should listen a bit more and digest what he is saying. All right.
Objection!
Do you wish to continue insinuating that Miss Bird was set on stealing something? Why not? It's the truth, after all. It was also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion anyway. That may be, but you must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe. The existence of which is only privy to prosecutors. I mean, he is a prosecutor, but... Yes, only prosecutors know, so the culprit is a prosecutor. I see where he's going, yeah. I find it a little hard to believe that a hidden safe was part of her cunning plan. But she could have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down. I highly doubt that. I'd say the culprits knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only the bookshelf and the safe were targeted.
Oh, he's munching. Yeah, even I didn't know about that safe, pal.
I mean, you don't know anything, but okay.
And that means there's no way Maggie could have known about it either.
Then are you proposing? You're proposing, aw. That the killer is a prosecutor. Indeed, I am. Interesting conclusion. That's definitely looking more and more probable. Don't be mean, he's trying his best to gumshoe. Okay, I did feel a little bit bad about that one. Everybody else is mean to him enough. What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind now? Curses, why? What made you? Suddenly I'm Mickey Mouse! What's with the angry face all of a sudden? It's all my fault. What do you mean? It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret saves. What did you just say? We were partners, like inseparable conjoined twins. Okay. That's why I told him. I filled him in on the secret safes. Then that means... Yeah, I know. I only just told him too. Obviously it was wrong of me to tell him. I still can't quite believe it. But the thief who broke into your room was probably Jim. Now he's claiming that the victim was the thief. Your stories keep changing, buddy. And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you? Miss Maggie Bird? Come on, Maggie, you know this man's full of shit. Excuse me? I mean, you are a security guard, right? That's your job. But killing is going a bit too far even in your risky profession. What the? You're still accusing Maggie of the murder? Yes and no. I mean, she had stumbled upon Jim, who had probably drawn his gun. I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it? No, I couldn't. I could never do something like that. Not even as a security guard, sir. Plus, even if he was the thief, he wouldn't have a key to this office. Which is precisely why he had to steal it, wouldn't you say? It was Jim who stole the master key. Ah! Pretty responsible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us, unless... Well, unless you retreated from Jim after you killed him. Mr. Portsman, are you honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief? I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for everything else to make sense. He has no honor. Now then, I think we're done here. Everything adds up to 105 pounds. Oh my. But that is quite a few gains for that much. Oh, look at guy who was definitely not named Kagami doing his little dusting. Oh, no, I think we're done here. The investigation waits for no man. Would you people be so kind as to see yourselves out? You can't kick us out. This is Mr. Edgeworth's office. You're not running this investigation, buddy. But I'm the one who's been assigned to this case. You are all suspects to varying degrees and therefore ineligible to run this show. Listen, Belle. How many times do I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit. Detective Gumshoe, calm yourself. But sir, Metaphor, Nocturne Deluxe, Soul Hackers 2 Deluxe, P5R, and SMT5 Edits, all of that for 105, that's a lot, wow. We have no choice but to accommodate his request, for now. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of you understands. Now then, if you could remove yourselves from my crime scene, I'd be most Don't act like this is your crime scene, bitch! Mark my words, Mr. Portsman, we will meet again. If that's a formal request from the legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose so. Now don't disappoint me, you hear? Oh boy. Soul Hackers 2 I could probably deal with waiting on though. Alright. Save! Investigating the hallway. Let's continue. Ball! What is with that prosecutor? I can't believe how rude he was. It was unbelievable. A rude prosecutor in my Ace Attorney game? Please maintain your professionalism, detective. When it finds some real solid evidence proving Maggie's innocence, you'll say, Belle, he is mad. Oh my god, look how much his boobs expand when he breathes. Nice. Maggie looks like the standing man emoji. Does she blink at all? Maggie is not blinking. I don't think anybody's blinking, actually. But even kicked out of the crime scene, sir. True. So then what now? Looks like my life's fallen into yet another gigantic ditch. Do not despair, Miss Bird. We can overcome this as well. There are many other places and things we should be looking into anyway. That really said, oh my god, did this person really just stuff the file under this thing here? Wow. For example, this hallway. The linchpin of his argument against Miss Bird is related to the master key. In that case, this hallway is the perfect plan to look for more information regarding the mystery surrounding my door. Hey. Whee! Oh, he's still following me. Look at us. We're doing laps. Look, I can make Edgy run. Look, he's running! He's running. I love him. He's so small. Why is there a basketball hoop in the hallway? Who put that there? There are light fixtures here. This is not safe. Or is that Sportsman that put it up? What the hell? Well, first let's chat. Detective Gumshoe, you look rather intrigued by something. Care to share? Oh, it's nothing, but I noticed that Mr. Portsman calls his partner Jim. The detective in that Sunday night drama, All My Cops, is named Jim too. I bet one of them is a big fan of that show. You seem to know a little something about it yourself. I take it you watch it too. Of course. A tight bond of friendship between prosecutor and detective is great, sir. But it's nothing compared to the super strong friendship we have. Aw, that's actually very sweet. Friendship, detective? I think you're mistaking with... Oh, Edgeworth! That's so mean! You care about Gumshoe. Come on, this is not just a one-way street. How can you say that, sir? And after all we've been through, too. Aww. Oh my god, I got an achievement for that. I love the random achievements in these games. It's great. About Miss Bird. No way she's the killer. Please don't tell me you buy into that accusation, sir. Rest assured, I think she's innocent. However, I need to ask her a few things regarding her security guard position. Well, if you're only asking, that's okay. Just stand next to her and press space. Cool. Now you can talk about whatever topic you pick. When you want to ask about evidence, all you have to do is present it to her with a T. After you choose what to show her, do it again. Yeah. Show different people different things. Thank you for the explanation, though I don't recall asking for one. Oh, just so you know, sir, you can show me evidence in the same way, too. I do believe it's time to get down to business and ask some questions of Miss Bird. Aww. I like showing you evidence. Look at my badge. Is this the same thing? I had no idea I had one of these things. I mean, I thought I knew everything there is to know about you, Mr. Edgeworth. Aww. You don't know that he and Phoenix are together. I feel like Gumshoe is not actually going to put two and two together. He's not actually going to realize that Phoenix and Edgeworth are together until their wedding day, and he's going to be like, wait a minute. Something seems different about these two. I feel like I caught a glimpse of the hidden side of Miles Edgeworth. More so with the safe than with his Steel Samurai figure. There's a great deal you don't know about me. At least I hope so. Oh, what do you hope he doesn't know, buddy? Alright. Every suspicious-looking nook and cranny, Edgeworth. I love the way he speaks. A well-crafted, high-quality sofa for visitors. The stitching is excellent. Talk about luxury waiting area. These babies are also great for napping, you know. You would sleep even out here, detective? In a hallway? Whenever I do, I always wind up dreaming about giving testimony up on the stand. It always ends the same way. Me getting trounced by a lawyer. Isn't that awful? Maybe I should give it To envision yourself winning, no. I mean, one, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that anymore. Number two, you want to get trounced by a lawyer in a courtroom? You want Phoenix to be on you in a courtroom? Is that what I'm hearing? These guys make me insane. Shh. It's...
Ah, isn't that the missing Zero Series file, sir?
No doubt about it. Bloody letters mark it clear as day. There seem to be a few pages missing. Our thief took only what was necessary and left the rest behind.
So what are these Zero files about, sir? I guess they got something worth stealing in them, huh?
Not particularly. It's just a collection of court case files. However, the cases within these files are not mine.
Huh?
They belong to the High Prosecutor that used to occupy my current office. Von Karma? I have my reasons, but let's just say I was charged with keeping them as they were. No, wait. The previous High Prosecutor... No. Von Karma wasn't the... He wasn't the chief of prosecutors. No, Von Karma wasn't. No, because they don't really prosecute that often. Why did I just hear blinking or beeping? Was Von Karma the previous high prosecutor? It would seem so. Only the pages related to that case 10 years ago! No! Not 10 years ago! Well, we have one more game to add to my 10 years ago collection. Another Ace Attorney one at that. I wonder why anyone would care about such an old case. Well, I've, something else to tell you about something that happened 10 years ago in an Ace Attorney game. Bet the thief's not under here. Get on the floor, Edgeworth.
Guess there wasn't enough space for anyone to hide under here anyway. I mean, if someone could contort themselves to fit, I'd be really impressed.
It's like 20 years. I guess in real life it would be 20 years ago. Also, hi Napsy, how are you? Sounds to me like somebody's already tried at least once before. Alright, that's all. Ball. Fuck it, we ball. What is a basketball doing here? Not doing well, struggling with this boss in P4. Oh no. Early game P4 is hard. I struggled a lot. With my P4 I playthrough, I made it to like the final day to get to finish the third dungeon. And I was getting my ass kicked, and so I just like restarted the game like a year later. I gave up and came back later. Void Quest. Ugh. P4 is a tough game. It's... yeah.
It's Mr. Portsman's prized possession, sir. I heard he also plays soccer, dodgeball, and even tennis.
And not a single one of those sports is suitable to be played in a hallway. Why is he allowed to do this? Is this his office? This office.
1203, 1203. Hey, Maggie, whose room is this off again?
I play these games on easy difficulty. Oh no. See, it's a tough one. Because Persona's my first turn-based game. That's valid. That is completely valid. I had what I like in P4 is that you can like custom difficulty it, like so you can like increase the amount of like XP or money you gain from a battle. Like you don't have to like stick to like rigid like easy, normal, hard, whatever. Like you can kind of like tweak it to like your specifications, which is kind of nice. I'd use brain cells, yeah. It's making me be tactical and stuff, yeah. That was like Persona 4 was my first big turn-based game after Pokemon as a kid. And with Pokemon, oh, why is he here? Ew. Sorry, I looked to the right side of the screen and got disgusted. Anyway, but yeah, Persona 4 was like the first big turn-based I played aside from Pokemon. And it was an adjustment, and because as a kid in Pokemon, I would just kind of like brute force everything with super effective attacks, and you can't do that in Persona. I'd use brain cells, BRB, no worries. I know this guy, why is he here? It's Mr. Portman, sir. So he is my new neighbor, I see. I suppose he moved in while I was away overseas. What is a basketball hoop doing here? I never played Pokemon, oh no. I guess Pokemon is technically my first JRPG. Is Pokemon technically a JRPG? Like the mainline games? They are, right? But I guess Persona 4 would be my first JRPG that I played with like conscious knowledge of it being a JRPG. Hey, didn't this used to be just outside next to the building a long time ago? So when and why was it moved indoors? I don't remember exactly, but I saw one of the offices drag it up here recently. Drag it! I heard it wouldn't fit in the elevator, so the poor guy had to bring it in himself. All the way up to the 12th floor. Is everything all right? Yes, sir. I must know, I weighed myself this morning and I'm finally at 154 pounds. Congratulations, but I was asking about this hallway and this room. Oh, everything's okay, sir. A word of advice, stay focused or you may start to lose even more weight. Looks like you're in...
It looks like you're in quite the pinch, Mr. Edgeworth.
To be sure, a murder within the walls of the prosecutor's office is no trifling matter. You must find, apprehend, and punish the killer accordingly post-haste.
Sounds like a messy case you've got on your hands. If you ever feel lost or need some advice, my door is always open.
How gracious. I'll keep your office in mind. Oh, the bow! Aw. Who is this guy again? Alright, Maggie. What's up, bestie? I was wondering if I may speak with you for a bit concerning this case. I love Miles Edgeworth very much. I've always been a big fan of the courtroom, but this is like a dream! A dream where I'm being cross-examined by the Miles Edgeworth! So real, bestie. I can't let this chance pass me by. I must remember to ask her about the master key. Have you ever met the victim before? Well, I've seen him a couple of times before when I had to go to Mr. Portman's office. Mr. Faith was always playing basketball with Mr. Portsman, sir. That sounds like fun. Just once I'd love to play with them. It sounds like fun, but the only person ever taking a shot was Mr. Portsman. All Mr. Faith ever did was pass on the ball, sir. On second thought, I don't think I'd have fit in all that well with them. Miss Maggie Bird, correct? I take it you are an acquaintance of the detective? She was under my supervision back when she was still on the force, sir. One day she got caught up in a murder and things started going downhill, so she quit. But I owe a lot to Detective Gumshoe for introducing me to my current employer. Or so I thought until a few hours ago. Right before I was about to clock out for the night. You got caught up in this whirlwind of a case, correct? Don't worry. My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. Like, out the window? Girl, I would say that's... Obviously, it's bad luck that happened, but that's good luck that you're still alive. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods. I failed almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and you're still alive. She has Nagito Kamaeda luck. It's bad luck and good luck wrapped up into one. No, I even managed to be named a criminal just when I become a security guard. And that's a lot to go through in one lifetime. Hello, May. Thank you for the lurk. I hope you're doing well. I know! And just when I thought I had finally found my happiness, I wind up getting you and Detective Gumshoe involved in my bad luck. You don't need to worry about me, Miss Bird. Nor do you need to worry about yourself. Abaddon! Hello, how are you? I will solve this case and prove your innocence. All I ask in return is for your cooperation. Yes, sir, Mr. Edgeworth. You can count on me. I'll do all I can to help. How have I been doing? Pretty good. I'm happy because Miles Edgeworth is on my screen and I like seeing him and him being silly, and I can also make him run in circles. I can make him run around like this and Gumshoe follows me. I can make this man run and I like it a lot. Badge. That's a prosecutor's badge, isn't it?
It proves that you're really a prosecutor.
I can make him strut? Yeah, do you mean like the slow walk? Or is there a slower walk? Interesting. Despite all appearances, she seems to know more than Gumshoe.
With that badge, even I could be a professional prosecutor. Sir, may I please try that on, just for a little bit?
I don't think that would be a very good idea, do you?
I guess not.
On second thought, they're actually on the same level. Aw, they're perfect for each other. Gun.
I'm just a lowly security guard, so
Aww. Gumshoe's a lowly detective. Maggie's a lowly security guard.
not sure what I should do with that other than to guard it.
It's like talking to another Gumshoe. Aww. Does she have anything to say about anything aside from the key? Probably not. I have presented my badge to everybody that I can. I love presenting the badge. Is there a prosecutor badge emote on BTTV? I have badge and badgent. I don't know if there's one for prosecutor badge though. So when did you discover the master key was missing?
By the time I realized it, I think it was around 1 a.m., sir.
Chris, hello! How are you doing? How's it going?
And I noticed it was back around 2:30 a.m. It was just sitting there on the ledge where the security room's reception window is. But I'm sure that between those 2 times, it was not just gone, but stolen, sir.
Just got pizza! Let's go! We love it! Yes, there needs to be a prosecutor's badge emote, is there? Why is such an important key stored in such an insecure place?
It's not like that, sir. We always keep the key further inside the room and away from the window.
Always, you say? Except for this time, correct?
Well, I admit that was a bit careless, but I had my reasons.
The molars? They are nice and filled from cavities. I don't even know what I'm saying. The molars are well.
You're back in Istanbul! Let's go! That's amazing!
Mm-hmm.
I left it out because I was sort of using it at the time. It was after I'd used it that I left it sitting out on the ledge.
She used the master key. Okay. What were you doing with it?
You're getting your main laptop repaired! That's awesome!
Let's go! Love that for you! What did you mean by you used the master key?
Oh, I had to use it to open the door for this prosecutor who had forgotten his key.
Oh man, Maggie, you've been swindled, you've been bamboozled, you've been duped, you've been played for a fool.
I mean, it's my job as a security guard, right? Ah!
What is it?
Oh, that's right, I just remembered. The prosecutor who forgot his key. It was Mr. Portsman, sir.
What? Please tell me more, Miss Bird, quickly.
It was around 12 a.m. Mr. Portsman had forgotten his office key, so he came down to security, sir.
I wonder if, like, because it was dark, she brought him up here, let him into his office, but maybe in the dark she didn't realize it was actually Edgeworth's office. Maybe the hoop was over here.
No way! It's against regulations to loan the master key out to anyone. I walked with Mr. Portsman to his office and opened the door for him personally, sir.
I see. And then, what happened after that?
Well, he called for me to come close up his office as he was leaving to go home. That was around 1:30 a.m., I think.
So in summary, for the sake of one forgetful prosecutor, you used the master key twice tonight. Talk about suspicious. I kind of want Bird's shirt a lot. The Blue Badger shirt. See, I thought the Blue Badger was cute at first, but then I played Rise from the Ashes, and he's also propaganda. Every time I see that thing waving, I just want to, like, get out of here. Although I do feel bad because it's Gumshoe's creation. Gumshoe made the Blue Badger, and I feel kind of bad hating on it. But that thing, I hear that song in my nightmares, and I want to be free. I doubt you can say that you've never left your keys at home, Detective. I think this calls for a thorough examination of Mr. Portsman's door. Door. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Me when I'm inspecting the nooks and crannies. Yes, we can't excuse propaganda, I know. Gumshoe, please get a new job. Like, you're perfect aside from that. Unfortunately, ACAB includes Gumshoe. The badger should be put down, I agree. Room 1203. I take it this is Mr. Portsman's office?
Yeah, you can't mistake it because of that basketball hoop, sir.
He put the hoop near Edgeworth's office, Edgeworth's door.
Oh, that reminds me. Mr. Portsman had actually wanted room 1202 really badly. But since you were already occupying it, Mr. Edgeworth, we put him next door, sir.
So why was Mr. Portsman so particular about getting room 1202? He wanted whatever evidence is in there?
I'm not sure, but it's because it's something like his birthday is December 2nd?
Oh my god! Just a few weeks late. Happy belated birthday, Mr. Portsman. Yep, that's gotta be it. I can't think of another reason why. I can think of at least 3. Why am I even wasting time thinking about this? Maybe it has something to do with another case date. 1228. Don't forget DL6. Man, we're 9 days away from the anniversary of DL6 in real life. We're coming off on a big week in Ace Attorney history. I think I am gonna stream on Christmas Eve. I think I'll do an early stream that day. And of course, we will celebrate within appropriate Ace Attorney fashion. The door is locked tight. I bet the old credit card trick wouldn't work here, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? This is the office of a high prosecutor, Detective. These doors would be pretty ineffective if the average cat burglar could get through them. Huh, so I guess only a great cat burglar could get in. That must be who our culprit is. Might I advise you to return that conclusion to whatever pawn shop you bought it from? He is coming and swinging with the creative insults! Door. A minimalist yet classy door made of top quality wood. It's kind of majestic too. Fits in really well with the ambience of the prosecutor's offices. Even Mr. Portsman seems dignified just because he works behind one of these. Nonsense. A man doesn't become more or less dignified because of where he works. Well, he still seems more dignified than Mr. Payne. Who? Mr. Payne? I suppose custodial work could also be dignified. He doesn't even realize Mr. Payne is standing right there. Hoop. It's Mr. Portsman's personal basketball hoop. I can't believe he put something like this in the hallway of a prosecutor's office. Well, you know, it's actually pretty useful, sir. I haven't gotten lost trying to get to your office since it's been here. How long have I had the same office, and yet you still manage to get lost? Yeah, I was definitely moved. Is that all that's here? I can't, like, inspect anything else. Okay. Alright, did I get all my interaction points? Alright, I got everything. So I'm guessing I need to do some logic. I need to use my brain. Alright. Master key was stolen. The key was missing. Used to unlock his office. Lock and lock, and then went missing. I mean, the time frames are slightly different. 1:30 a.m. versus 1 a.m. I'll try putting them together and see if anything happens. Miss Bird, I'm afraid there's a flaw in your story.
What? No way, pal. I mean, sir.
You said that you locked up Mr. Portman's office door around 1:30 a.m., correct? However, the master key had already been stolen at that time.
Wow, nothing gets by you, Mr. Edgeworth. You saw that contradiction like a pro. I had totally forgotten all about that, but thanks to you, I remember it now. You're right. It was around that very time that I realized the master key was missing.
And?
Well, I'm a security guard, sir. I couldn't just admit to losing the master key, could I? So I pretended to lock up his room, sir.
You pretended? So the door was unlocked the whole time?
Yeah, I used my house key, made it look like I was locking up, sir.
So in actuality, you never did relock the door then?
Well, I thought that maybe I could go lock it after I found the key. Come to think of it, I guess the store house still hasn't been locked properly.
So now, if this holds true, we should be able to get in here. Urethra! There's a contradiction here between reality and the evidence. If what Miss Bird has said is true, then why is this door locked tight? You know you're right. Miss Bird, are you sure you didn't relock this door?
I am certain of it, sir. And I don't think Mr. Portsman noticed it himself that I hadn't.
Which means, what, sir? It either means that he actually does have the key to his office, or that the door Miss Bird opened wasn't this one at all, but a completely different one. She opened a different door? But how can you prove that? Here's an easy way to find out. All we need to do is... we need to examine... prints on the doorknob. Prints on the number plate. I mean, I was under the assumption that the basketball hoop was moved, because we saw her going into the one that was like, that had the hoop on it. Because just swapping the number plates wouldn't get the right door, right? Yeah. Yeah, the prints on the doorknob will tell us everything. Hey you, yeah pal, do us a favor and see what you can live from this, okay? So, what did you find out? There's no need for such belligerent nostril flaring, detective. I love the way you speak. Sir, finally Mr. Portman and Mr. Face prints on this doorknob. So only 2 people's prints were found on this, huh? That's pretty decisive. Huh? I'm lost, sir. Maggie never opened this door. Think logically, a certain other person's prints should be on this knob as well.
Maggie!
Take that!
Take that!
Don't you find it odd that the prints of the person who unlocked this door are absent? You mean... Yes, the door that Miss Bird opened could not have been this one, but a different one. What have we here? Is there a... Yep. Nooks and crannies. Yep, it was moved. Is this basketball property of Mr. Portsman?
Yes, sir. He's always ready for a match.
Basketball, soccer, dodgeball, tennis. Doesn't matter what sport he is, he's game. Although I think it'd be a little hard to play tennis with this ball. That isn't the point you should be focusing on, detective. You right, sir? Now I know what I should be focusing on. Bad, Mr. Portsman. Someone should teach him to clean its toys up after he's done playing. I think we've reached the end of this conversation. Door. A minimalist yet classy door made of top quality wood. Oh, is this the same dialogue? What is this? Are these the missing files? Let's see. There's something written on it. I brought the 3 pieces of evidence by, just like we talked about on the phone, but it looks like you're out. Guess I'll catch up to you later. It's already 4:30 a.m. Oh, no worries about him. Please get some sleep. Feeling tired from the road trip, but please get some rest. Yeah. Do whatever you gotta do, but
Thanks for being here. Have a good night. What's this?
what are you looking at, sir? Oh, hey, how about a game?
That's okay, Detective. I just found the position of this hoop to be a little off.
Hey, you're right, sir. I guess it shifted when someone made a seriously sweet slam dunk.
The positioning of the hoop is definitely unnatural. Better take note of this.
Oh, I can go up now. Oh yeah, this already. The door is locked. Yeah. Hoop. Am I missing anything? Or is that everything? Alright. Alright. What if I show her this? Alright. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Hey, you wanna play basketball, Maggie? Also the hoop. Alright. Gumshoe. Hello, Gumshoe. Look at him go. Me and my entourage, look. Alright. Ace Investigator!
I was wondering about the investigation.
Oh, I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this. Let a real seasoned pro teach you how it's done.
A real seasoned pro of instant noodle cuisine, perhaps.
You're so mean, Edgeworth.
Bro team, welcome! Thanks for being here.
I'm having a great time so far. Edgeworth makes me happy. I hope you're doing well. Oh, I can check out things in more detail. Oh, yeah. And then look around. Okay, cool. I knew that as well. Deduction. Choose your poison. Ace Investigator.
And all I wanted was an update about the investigation.
Alright. Okay. Can we play basketball? I love basketball. I play all the time when I'm off duty. The second game just goes crazy. Yeah, I've heard the second game is wild and I'm very excited.
Interesting.
You should see me dribbling, faking, and weaving like a pro with my trusty coat on, sir. They call me the Green Supernova.
He wears that tattered rag of a jacket even on his days off.
He's so mean. All right. Who do I show this note to? Nothing here. Do I have a logic? Another gun, and then the files. Alright. I accidentally spoiled myself on accident. No! But it didn't take much away from it. Okay, that's good at least. Oh man. I fortunately have been able to avoid things. Aside from like some character names, I don't really know too much about the plot of these. So I'm excited. Can I go back in? Oh, I can go back in, or I can inspect. Oh my god. Oh, we have to do the... No forced entry, no signs a lock was picked. The door really was open with a key. Prince. Wiped. Interesting. Okay, that's what we needed. We needed to compare the doorknobs. Poking around in this hallway has actually paid off quite handsomely. Huh? How so, sir? In a variety of different ways. I think it's time we had a little chat with the real culprit of this case.
You know who the killer is? Wow, Mr. Edgeworth.
As long as my logic is sound, then yes. The mastermind behind this murder is none other than Mr. Portsman.
What? Mr. Portsman?
I know it, that's exactly what my logic senses were telling me too. We're on the same wave like Mr. Edgeworth. It's like we're soulmates or something, you know? You and me were like the same, like, yeah. Ah, yeah. You and me, buddy. I suspected it was him from the instant he accused Maggie of being the killer, sir. That is anything but logical. Lady and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. Lady and gentlemen. Come what may, it's time to knock on truth's door. Oh my god, Edgeworth, you're such a loser! Bet you thought that line was cool, huh? This is all in the middle of the night. None of us are like, we're gonna be exhausted. Mr. Portsman, I finished processing the bloody letter, sir. All right, let me take a gander at it. Pass it here. Jesus. Okay, looking good. You there. Take good care of this. Oh, ow! Don't bonk, Gummy. Well, if it isn't Detective Gumshoe. Can you just keep it on? Yeah, although I will say, sometimes I do have like fluctuating temperature where like I feel like I'm too hot if I have a jacket on, but I'm too cold if I have it off, and I'm like, oh no, oh no. I was getting a bit hot with my little hoodie on right now, and I feel fine right now. But if I start feeling cold, I'm gonna be mad. Another line for you, Portsman, we got you now. What kind of voice was that? Call off your dog, Mr. Edgeworth. Is this some kind of joke? It's no joke. We know, Mr. Jack Portsman, that you are the guilty party in this case. You must be pretty upset getting chased out of your own room. I'd be mad too. So I guess you can stay, if you promise to stay out of our way. You intend to hide your crime under the guise of a prosecutor doing his job. I can see right through the unsightly paper-thin mask you wear upon your cowl. Another zinger from Edgeworth. Who'd ever thought it would come to this? I've taken so many screenshots in this one stream alone. Actually, come to think that your mentor was Manfred von Karma. Oh no! Oh, he's getting under his skin. The legendary prosecutor who never lost a single case for 40 long years. But there was always this incessant chatter about forged evidence with that guy. Really teaches me that I've got to stay on the lookout for false accusations, you know? Are you done trying to play mind games with me? Because they won't work. The only thing you should be using that mouth of yours for now is explaining yourself. Although that too will only dig your hole deeper. Either way, your game is up. Well, aren't we full of ourselves, even though you have yet to prove anything? Get fucked! Okay, Allegro? I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have in mind, but there's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. Besides, how, may I ask, do you propose I unlocked your door and got in here? Look, I feel bad doing this to you, but I've got work to do, so we're done here. Sorry, but we are not finished yet. Boy, you're stubborn. I suppose you're basing your accusations on something. Oh, I assure you it's quite based. I'll show you what I'm basing my accusations on. Yes, it is quite based. Don't call me harebrained. My accusation is a harebrained idea, is it? You tell me. I'd say it is, after all.
Hold it!
Oh, And what, pray tell, kind of evidence are we talking about here? Jim was my partner, so you can't say I had a motive for killing him. And that's it. That's not even an anthill, let alone a mountain. No! He is coming and swinging. But it's more than enough, wouldn't you agree? The bond between a man and his partner is so strong that... Might I recommend that you review what the word evidence means? It doesn't change the fact that I loved Jim with all my heart. I loved him so much that I murdered him. Oh wait, I did this.
Hold it!
Unfortunately, I believe I have already shown how earlier. Your speculations mean nothing, as I still insist I cannot gain access to your room. What should I do now? Always object. You claim to have had no way to open my door. However, is that really the honest truth? All right, I'll humor you. Go ahead, shoot. All right. Oh, can I not present Maggie? Ah, I was gonna use Maggie to open my door.
Take that!
I didn't get to press everything. I wanted to press for more dialogue and more Edgeworth insults. No. I should have said don't raise an objection and then gone through and pressed the last one. It's okay though. I believe you were able to open my office door with the master key, no less.
Objection!
Wait, hold on a second. I never laid a finger on that key, as you already know. Precisely. You were able to open my door without lifting a single finger. Well, maybe you did, but only to direct... That's right. You used your finger to direct this person to open my door with the key.
Take that!
Boom. You had asked Miss Bird to open your own office door for you, yes? Yeah. I kind of forgot my key at home. Happens a bit too often for my taste, you know? But the room you had Miss Bird open at that time was not your own, was it? What? You have quite the imagination. Why don't we ask the girl herself whose door she opened, shall we? I'm certain that it was Mr. Portsman's door, sir. I checked the number plate to make sure I was opening the right number door, sir. See, Miss Bird backs up my story. Yet what if you misled her to fool her into thinking what you wanted? Huh, and how do you suppose I did that? By switching the number plates on our doors, for example. That's right, they do slide out pretty easily. Furthermore, you used one other thing to give a very strong impression. I'm wondering if the door plates would have yielded answers as well, and not just the doorknob then. Were there two correct answers for that one? Mm-hmm. Ballin'! What? The basketball hoop, sir? It's quite the peculiar fixture in any hallway, let alone a hallway in this building, which is why it left an unusually strong impression on you. It's an object perfectly suited to sit just outside the office of a peculiar prosecutor. That's very true, sir, because there was a basketball hoop sitting there. I thought the door I was opening had to be Mr. Portsman's. There are signs the hoop had been moved. To sit it in front of my office, to be sure. I see, so that's how you throw suspicion on people. Thanks for the tip. But I think your conjecture's a little off the racetrack. Now you're just spouting nonsense. I had the girl open my office door. After that, I was in my room the entire time. You don't have a single reason to suspect me. Alright, he's getting emotional. So he intends to claim his innocence to the end, does he? I'm as pure and as innocent as my jacket. And Miss Bird is as dirty and guilty as the jacket she wears. Oh, my jacket's not dirty, I'll have you know. I just washed it yesterday. Are we gonna comment on how dirty Gumshoe's jacket is? Please calm down, for I intend to show who is the one truly covered in slime here. Oh!
Hold it!
Nonsense, you say? Sabrina Carpenter mention? Because I'm telling the truth here. Using the master key, of course. Sure, you have a problem with that? That is what the master key is for, right? Perhaps we should place it in an elaborate labyrinth of some sort for people like you. I love Edgeworth so much.
Hold it!
And what were you doing in your office? I was doing my usual training regimen. Training regimen? Were you going through your law books from start to finish? Mainly batting practices and some weights. Oh, and I jog when I get the chance. Oh, you must be the buffest prosecutor we have. With the weakest legal muscles, it would seem. I was doing my usual workout, so...
Hold it!
I think I've given you quite a few reasons, actually.
Objection!
But none of this would stand up on their own.
Objection!
Then what about all the evidence? It's all circumstantial. No judge will convict on such flimsy evidence. He seems to be trembling a little. One more little push. All I have to do is find the flaw in his testimony. Alright. I'm gonna go with the letter, I guess. You're out! It says, I guess you're out. You were not in your office the entire time.
Objection!
That was a lie. What are you talking about? How is that a lie? This is a note that the victim left for you, Mr. Portsman. A note. It was left under your door, or did you not notice? And right here it says, but you're out. Now you're out of a job and out of public life because you're going to jail. Ha ha. You were not in your room when the victim came to call on you. So then where were you and what were you doing? Shall I explain it in full detail for you? Let's go! Hold on, I gotta turn this shit up. I don't think I can turn it up anymore. Is this the loudest I can make it? Damn it! Alright, let's go! You were busy snooping around in my room, the very room you had Miss Bird open for you. That's just nonsense. You have no evidence that I made the girl open your door for me. Oh, but I do. I have very decisive evidence. No way! Actually, objection, dumbass! Haven't you heard? You absolute failure! Did Gunfuck not tell you? Salary cutting noises, your garbage excuse of a hypothesis, I'll shove my entire cravat up your ass because it's fucking wrong. Why? Well, you little bitch, would you take a look at this motherfucking updated autopsy report? I had your door dusted for prints. My door? What was that for? Come on, I bet you didn't find anything. You sure are good at wasting time. You're right, I didn't find anything, and definitely not Miss Bird's fingerprints. Her prints? Oh, what do they have to do with anything? Let's put it this way. If she really was the one who opened your door, then her prints should naturally be on the doorknob she touched. Further, all of the prints on my office's doorknob have been wiped clean off. I can only assume it's because Miss Bird's fingerprints were on it. Don't you think it's time you gave up your charade? You know you stole into my office with the intent of stealing something from me. And Detective Faith found you out. Possibly because he heard sounds coming from a room whose occupant was on leave. Mr. Portsman, you killed Mr. Faith to silence him. And I had the misfortune to return when I did. You had to threaten me as you escaped. As I said, when you had the gun to my back, no one gets away with committing murder in my office. He's not giving up, buddy. And just what's so funny, Belle? Whoa, that look of stiff seriousness on the face of this office's finest prosecutor, as he makes a huge mistake in accusing me is simply too much to bear. There's just nothing else like it in the world. What? Mr. Edgeworth just explained it all and he even backed it up. You're the murderer. Stop trying to be slippery and just admit to the crime already. And as I said earlier, it's all so circumstantial, so full of conjecture. You say you checked my doorknob for prints? Well, I can readily confess that I wiped that knob down as well. We literally found your own prints and Jim's prints on it. Buddy Faith's prints on it. We literally found your prints on it. You did not have it wiped down. Oh, this one you mean. Oh my god. Buddy. That's full of shit! You made that up just now, didn't you? Furthermore, as for the note Jim left for me, do you know exactly when that was? For all we know, he could have left it there before I arrived at the office. Like early evening, for example. Sorry. Are you saying you failed to notice a note in your own doorway? Yeah, even geniuses fail sometimes. I was probably too preoccupied by work-related matters, although that's no excuse. Now that's just a flat-out lie. There's no way you didn't notice a note that size. Oh, but you can't prove that, can you? Say something, Mr. Edgeworth. Back me up here, sir. Portsmouth makes a good point. I can't prove that he didn't simply overlook it. But we have our logic stuff that we didn't do yet. Besides, I have an airtight alibi. Airtight, you say? I only just realized I had one as we were talking. I guess it would have been better for all of us if I had just told you sooner. Oh my god, this man! Shut up! If memory serves, you came back to this office at around 2 a.m., correct? And it was then that you had the unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. But at exactly that time, I was down in criminal affairs. You're literally bullshitting. Ask around, I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's the perfect alibi. Buddy. Well, sorry, your buddy's dead. Do you really think it's that perfect? Like I said, I don't care. Ask around all you like. You'll see for yourself. Detective Gumshoe. So, yes, sir. I'll go check out his alibi, sir. Be right back. Oh my god. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, I think we're in trouble. It's just like Mr. Portsman said. The guys down in criminal affairs said they saw him at around 2 a.m. You see? All of the evidence points to him being the culprit. So there must be a contradictory point in his alibi somewhere. Alright.
Hold it!
You are correct, it was around 2 a.m. Are you sure? It's really important to me that you're spot on. It's really important to me that you're spot on with the time. I remember checking my watch then, and make no mistake, it was 2. Ooh, giving testimony like a pro. Okay, so you came back to your office at 2.
Hold it!
It is as you say, however. Yes, however, you are the only one who claims to have bumped into the culprit. So tell me, did you see the person's face? Was it me you saw? It was pitch black, so I couldn't actually see.
Objection!
Oh, come now, I'm sure you saw something. Try a little harder, why don't you? I'm beginning to feel like I'm the one being interrogated here. Oh, well, it doesn't matter if you remember or not. It only matters that you ran into the culprit. Was that a fake?
Hold it!
Was that culprit a fake? So you paid the Criminal Affairs Department a visit? Yup, right after I left the prosecutor's building, I headed straight for the precinct.
Hold it!
Do you have an accomplice like a buddy double or something? Well, we did go around and ask to confirm your testimony. And it was just as I said, right? Yes, sir. A number of detectives said they saw you at around that time. See, I have the perfect alibi. That's the ace I had up my sleeve. Impossible. He actually does have the perfect alibi. What's wrong? Why the sudden look on your face? Can you say anything back, Mr. Edgeworth? I think we reached the end of the line and it's time to get off this crazy train. Do that. So, please escort the young lady out, but remember, be gentle. Maggie! Detective Gumshoe! Is there nothing I can do? There must be a way to turn this situation around. Turn around! Turnabout! The intruder could not have been Portsman. Logic. Once before and once after. Another gun. The gun belonged to the other intruder. I'm gonna go with that. There were 2 bullets left at the scene of the crime. One that robbed Mr. Faith of his life. And one that nearly robbed me of my jacket. Not the jacket! However, the murder weapon only shows signs of being fired once. Meaning that it is entirely possible that a second gun was used in my office tonight. But seeing as how the killer had to steal Mr. Faith's gun, I doubt the killer had another gun up their sleeve. Therefore, the second gun could have been the property of an entirely different person. Which could mean that there was another person who paid a visit to my office tonight. The other visitor rearranged the files. Supposing there was yet another visitor tonight, that would also resolve the issue of why my shelves were upended twice. We know the shelves were disturbed once before and once after the murder, so it shouldn't be much of a stretch to think that it was the work of 2 different people. Once by the person who stole the victim's gun and then killed him with it, and once again after the murder by our second culprit, who was the owner of the second gun. If we suppose that the second culprit's gun was the one that was pointed at my back.
Objection!
Mr. Portsman, it seems I need to amend my assumptions regarding this case. Great, so you finally come to your senses. Miles Edgeworth is not real, he's fraudulent, just like Prime Energy, please! Hi back, Zach, how are you? Mr. Edgeworth? So, what are you saying? This has been a big misunderstanding on my part from the start. I had assumed that the person I ran into was the killer, but that may not be the case. What do you mean? The person I ran into was just your average thief. A thief? But, sir, doesn't that cause some sort of contradiction in the facts? Not at all. It simply means the killer was someone else. And it means that in actuality, 2 culprits stole into my office tonight. What do you mean 2? It explains both why my shelves were disturbed twice and how there were 2 guns. Mr. Portsman tricked by Miss Bird and gained entry into my office. No, you're just leading the argument. You still don't have any actual proof, you know. Hello, back Zach. How goes it? If you could please go along with my hypothetical scenario for now, Mr. Portsman. In the end, if you really are innocent, you should have nothing to worry about. Now then, returning to my scenario, Mr. Portsman was out to steal something from me. Which is why he checked my secret save and ransacked my shelves. This is the first time. So then this'll be when the files are put back in the wrong order, right? Correct. And then, just when he was about to look somewhere else. You're playing AAI 2 yourself? Oh my gosh, I hope we're having so much fun with it. I can't wait to get there. Who should walk in but his own partner, Mr. Faith? Why did Mr. Faith come into your room, sir? He probably had business with Mr. Portsman, which is why he was in the area. But that's when he noticed sounds coming from my office, would be my guess.
Oh, because you were supposed to be away, right?
And he must have thought it was odd, so he came into this office to check it out. Correct. And as a detective, that was the right thing to do.
But when he came in, he found his own partner standing there.
Because it was Mr. Portsman, Mr. Faith probably let his guard down. Mr. Portsman was not so merciful to let him leave alive. Waited for a chance and stole Mr. Faith's gun from him, and then... he really needed whatever was in here. Jesus. Wow. Just for theft. This must have been some pretty serious theft. This was the moment which the first shot was fired, the one that landed in my files. Following that, Mr. Portsman wiped the gun down and left it behind as he made his exit. He could afford to do that because he had also left a fake dying message behind. You're such a complicated troublemaker, you know that? Well, if things were as simple as that, then all would be solved. However, I was yet another visitor to my room, and this is where it gets complicated. There was another? Visitor, sir? Yes, and this other person's objective was also to steal something from me. Now then, even after Mr. Portsman left, the door to my office remained unlocked. However, this new visitor had no way of knowing that, and so they stole the master key from the security guard's room, and then entered my room and searched through my shelves. This was the second time they were disturbed, and it seems the thief found their prize. The stolen O file, right, sir? Correct. Only just as the thief was about to leave with the file, I appeared. The thief then threatened me with their own gun and made their escape. The second bullet was fired during that brief encounter. So the shells getting messed up twice and the 2 bullets. It was all because 2 different people were doing those things at 2 different times. Precisely. So now do you see, Mr. Portsman? The person I met was just a thief and was not, in fact, Mr. Fate's killer. Your alibi for the time frame in which I ran into the other person is now irrelevant, because we now know that the murder took place during the first culprit's visit.
Objection!
Oh my god. Give it up! Ha 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 ha! Your scenario explains everything. Of course it does. It's Mr. Edgeworth after all. He's never wrong. But you know, it still doesn't change the fact that it's all circumstantial. Supposing if, and that's a big if, your theory is right. It would indeed render my alibi, which has withstood scrutiny, mind you, irrelevant. But there is still one defining point of your argument for which you have no evidence. Your supposition that I was the first visitor. Mr. Edgeworth, you can't let him get away with that, sir. But he has a point. I have absolutely no proof at this point. Don't say that, sir. I don't believe this. Don't worry, Maggie. I'll do something if I must. You know something? I find your attitude to be somewhat peculiar, Mr. Edgeworth. If the person you met really was just a plain old thief, then why is it that person not your main suspect? That is, if your theory is correct. Okay, even faster, Allegro! Why is this music so slammin'? That thief you ran into should be a real suspect, wouldn't you say? We should be out there looking for that thief right now. They might still be nearby. I hate to repeat myself, but as I've already said, I was training in my room. And when Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down at Criminal Affairs. So I can't be expected to know what happened around here after I left. So you think we should be out there looking for the thief? Of course! Now isn't the time to be having these dead-end discussions. I don't think it's at all dead-ended. I find your alibi to be fascinating. Let's continue with where we left off, shall we? I know he's lying. I know he was here at the scene of the crime. I just have to find a way to prove it. Alright. What haven't we used yet in our evidence? Actually, no, I wouldn't. Why not? That's elementary, the dying message, of course. Mr. Fate's killer very clearly left those letters on the spines of those files, and it was after they were on there that the thief stole one of them. I mean the 0 files, right? And that's how we also know the letters themselves were a setup and not from Mr. Fate. If the thief was the killer, do you think they would try to undermine themselves? Maybe the killer just didn't think of that either. Yes, that must be it. Maybe, just maybe. Now you're speaking of hypotheticals, buddy.
Hold it!
Once escaped, I hardly doubt a thief would linger nearby. Well, you never know. Maybe they didn't get what they were really after. Oh, you talk like you know quite a bit about this thief. It's nothing like that. I have no idea about anything, after all.
Hold it!
But according to Mr. Faith's note, hold on. I thought we already cleared that up. Didn't we say that Jim left a note for me in the early evening? If you have proof that he left it at a different time, say just before he was murdered. I don't have any, no. You see, so I insist again that I was in my office the entire time.
Hold it!
Why didn't you go there with Mr. Faith? Ah, that's because he said he was tired and was going to take a quick nap. You know those sofas in the hallway? He likes to sleep on those. It's one of his habits. And what of the evidence he brought? There were things related to yesterday's case. Just 2 items, a gun and a pendant. Interesting. This piece of testimony seems too crucial to let it slip through the cracks. The gun. A gun and a pendant. Could that be the gun that the second person picked up? Or... That's not the pendant. Well...
Hold it!
A gun and a pendant. Yes, this gun, which was the murder weapon, and this pendant, which belonged to the victim, Hans. And why were you taking them to criminal affairs? There was something in a past case file I wanted to compare these two to. Well, this has nothing to do with this case right now. Anyway, I believe you'll find the long paper trail I left to be your satisfaction. This is all matching up with what Detective Gumshoe found out. That gun was, like, identical. And the Hans.
Hold it!
I can't expect you to know, can I? Nope. But I guess you can expect me to take a guess based on logical deductions. Oh, then let's see you deduce. Jim waited for me to leave and then stole the master key. For the purpose of sneaking into your room, of course. And that's when Miss Bird caught him red-handed, and the murder occurred. It's all exactly as I had laid out earlier. I know he's lying. I know he was here at the scene of the crime. I just have to find a way to prove it. Hold on. He brought me 2 items.
Objection!
Yeah, I didn't think. That was... Yeah. No, I almost had a perfect first case. Damn it. Stop! At the top of my game, I am, I swear.
Hold it!
Let's press this again. A gun and a pendant. This gun, which was the murder weapon. And it's identical to... Does he mean the murder weapon of this case? Issued to the victim, though. These are like evidence that he brought here, right? Okay, a gun and a pendant. Relating to yesterday's case, they say. I mean, I think the only thing we haven't used yet is this. But this is about a 10 years ago case.
Objection!
Yeah, I didn't think that was it. Yes, indeed, verily I say, go. You're no good when you're all flustered. Oh. I'm saying I cover my health bar there. Should I put my camera on the top right, even if that like covers my things up here or my things up there? Is the top right a better place to put my camera for this game? my god. I'm an idiot. Me when I don't read. And I think, oh, it's something we haven't done yet. Only 2 pieces. I believe the proper phrase here is you fail. You fail! Excuse me? Make the camera move back and forth like this. Like this. I'm dancing. Lying coldly, let's go. You fail as a prosecutor, Mr. Portsman, as you intend to keep evidence hidden from me. I'm getting, that feels like very Dr. Ratio of me. Oh my god, like a DVD screensaver? I should do like this with a camera whenever I go on like bathroom breaks and stuff. This is what I should do. What are you talking about? I haven't hidden anything from you. Well, here's a piece I think you should read. Carefully. Objection, dumbass. It says that Mr. Faith was bringing 3 pieces. Yes, and this is the victim's real dying message to you, Mr. Portsman. Hey, I can't believe to get tripped up by simple arithmetic. Dodoy. Where is the missing piece of evidence? I eated it. You have it, don't you? Only the guilty would make such a face. Detective Gumshoe. You know what to say it, sir. I'll pat the guy down from head to toe. Ow. This is all part of the investigation, pal, so don't even think about stopping me. No! What's this? A video. Despite what you said, it would appear that you do have something to hide. Well, why would he hide something like that? There's only one reason why anyone would hide evidence of this caliber, because it would unequivocally point to that person himself as the real killer. Let's examine this videotape in a little more detail. For the section of the tape that will drive the last nail into this coffin. KG8 incident, blood. But I want to see what it says about KG8. The KG8 incident? That's a police case number, sir. Does that mean this video is evidence from that case? Interesting. How about what's recorded on this isn't what's important right now? Blood! That's blood, isn't it? Yes, and I believe this is what the good prosecutor was trying to hide from us. His blood is still fresh. I mean, this might be Detective Faith's blood? No, you've got it all wrong. No amount of denial can save you. We have but to run a blood test to find the truth. You told us that you had received evidence from the victim earlier. Now you will tell us when and how did the victim's blood find its way onto this video?
Yeah, it's totally suspicious.
Was it at the moment of his death? Did Detective Faith have this videotape on his personage when you killed him on his personage? Words. You know very well there's no way to prove that. Not even if we were to examine this tape for fingerprints. If I had to take a guess, I'd say the only ones here would belong to the murderous you and Mr. Faith.
No, impossible.
Ouch. Yum. I like eating gold. We did Joe. Mr. Portsman's been placed under arrest for the murder of Detective Buddy Faith, sir. Very good. And the results he got back from the lab techs on the tape turned out to be real solid, sir. Blood came back and it was definitely Mr. Faith's blood on there. As a bonus, they were also able to lift a few of Mr. Faith's fingerprints as well.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Edgeworth. I still can't believe I got to see your cool deduction skills outside the courtroom. I'm impressed beyond words, sir.
It was nothing. I'm just sorry you got caught up in a murder in my office. Please accept my apologies. His bow. I love him.
Oh, it's nothing, really. Compared to what I've been through, I mean. I consider myself lucky that it was only burglary and a murder this time, sir. If it had been a hold-up or a hostage situation, I'd have thrown my hands up in the air. I think I'm finally rising up from a goddess of misfortune to just an unlucky person.
Something tells me we should have hired a different person for security detail. No. You know something, sir? Now, Mr. Postman really was one corrupt prosecutor. And why would you say he was corrupt? Well, I heard there were a number of suspicious things related to his court cases. There's even rumors about how some of the evidence he uses is forged, sir. And yet he was on me about, oh, forged evidence and false accusations, blah, 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 blah. And they say he even decided not to prosecute a few cases for some really vague reasons.
Oh, that guy's a complete disgrace to the entire profession.
Never did get around to asking what his reason was for breaking into my office. Yeah, when we got near that topic, he just clammed up. Although we can be pretty certain it was to steal something. It's just between you and me, sir, but there's a rumor that some sort of huge organization is involved behind the scenes.
Oh? Well, well.
With Mr. Portsman not willing to divulge anything, it certainly lends credence to that rumor. It would seem that we haven't heard the last of this. Oh, Mr. Pullman isn't the bad guy. I didn't say that, but rather there are still many more mysteries for us to solve. For example, we still haven't figured out the significance to this piece of evidence. Yeah, I haven't used this one.
Take that!
Is this what our other thief stole? The other villain of the night. Yeah, I wonder who it was. I have an idea because I know too many things about the characters that I probably shouldn't at this point. Sorry. I have a guess. And what happened to the stolen pages? But actually, no, maybe it's not the person I'm thinking of, considering the height. Never mind then. Mr. Edgeworth, sir?
Yes?
Came across this while I was processing your office earlier, sir. This card. A calling card. What is it, sir? Is it a bird or something on there? It's not just any bird. It is the mark of a raven. A three-legged raven. Even you should know what this is, detective. Oh, it's about that thing, isn't it? That great thief everyone's talking about. Okay. Maybe that illustration was meant to, like, misguide you with the height. So... It is the mark of the great thief, Yatagarasu! Oh my god! Persona mention! Oh my god, Yatagarasu and calling card, this is Persona 5. No way. I had a phantom thief in here. Under the mark of a legendary bird, the Yatagarasu is noble to the end. A modern Robin Hood mentioned! This really is Persona 5! Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appears and vanishes at will. Am I pronouncing that right? Is it I don't know what syllables are emphasized there. We don't know how much about this thief's ultimate goal. We do know the targets. The Yatagarasu likes to find and make public evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. A real phantom thief, yeah. The theft is always performed in silence, and always with perfection. Once a target is chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement. Okay, maybe it's not a phantom thief then. The chosen corporation is infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found is sent out to the mass media, along with this single card. Although it has been a while since the Yataragasu's last appearance. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, look, something's written on the back. Why did I just make him, like, British all of a sudden? Look, Mr. Edgeworth, something's written on the back. It's the location where the thief put the stolen files. Estinian, and once the Rotanoxalism Milanum. So the person who stole the contents of the file was the Yatagarasu organization. Quite a few key words are popping up in this mystery. The murder in my office. The return of the great thief, Yatagarasu. Looking back, I can't say I didn't see these events coming. You never see it coming, Persona 5, but they were heralded by the incidents that began to occur 2 days ago. Ooh. Okay. Edgeworth and Gonshi would never work since Edgeworth is in the bear. Stop! We did it! Turnabout Airlines. All right, I am gonna call it there for tonight. We did Joe. Oh my god, I just stubbed my finger on my monitor in my excitement. Ow. I was just poking at my screen because she's there, and I chipped my nail. Ow! Anyways, thanks for being here. I need to be up at 5 a.m., which is very unfortunate, but we'll continue with this on Saturday. I'm having so much fun already. Streamer smashes monitor and excitement of a shadow. Shadow, Persona 5 mentioned? But thank you all for being here. We'll pick up with this again on, Saturday, noon Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. And then I'm on Christmas break after tomorrow, so streams, I could do more daytime streams even, I don't know. I am gonna do a daytime stream on Christmas Eve, I think, on Almost Christmas. I have to play this game on Almost Christmas, of course. And I have to play it on DL6 Day, too. What day of the week is that? Whose day? Oh, it's a Saturday, I believe, so I will be streaming that day anyway. Anyways, but thanks again for being here. Have a great rest of your day, night, time zone. Let's raid somebody. Let's raid Amanda. Oh my god, Ace Attorney Right Yowie stream. Oh my god, I could like read some like Ace Attorney fics at the start of stream. Wouldn't that be funny? I could do a little fun fic reading stream. But let's raid Amanda. She's playing Persona 3 Reload right now. One of my favorite games ever. Hold on, let me get my raid message. I need to change my raid message because I have my Cooper emotes in my current raid message and it makes me a little sad. Actually, no, we can do them. You can use them if you want. I'll make a Charlie version too. But yeah. Go. Amanda's streams are very fun, and again, it's also one of my favorite games, so hold on. Alright, there's the Charlie version. But yeah, thanks again. Have a great rest of your time zone and a great rest of your week as well.